What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for coming to this Thursday night live intuitive oracle with myself and GHOSTDRAGONZW. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I had a really rough day yesterday, and then I just spent almost 2 hours on a chat with StreamYard techs trying to figure out why I could not get into StreamYard, even though the video was coming up as live. So I had to keep creating it, scheduling it, and then I delete it because we had to try this, that, and the other. And you know what? It ended up fixing itself, and StreamYard has no idea what happened. They have no idea what to tell me. They have no clue how to prevent it. So that's just one thing. All right. But thank you guys so much for showing up as always. I have one new deck this week. It is I can't even think straight right now. I usually put the Empath's Oracle. They're super duper duper deep meanings. So I don't know. I don't have as many decks out as I normally do, but I do have quite a few. So welcome. Don't forget, super chats are on, as Ghost Dragons just showed us. I work on donation only. It's a lot better for me if you're able to donate to my PayPal or Cash App. But if you do super chats, obviously I appreciate that too. Now let's get started. Lotus Girl, I'm so glad you're back. Is your electricity back? I felt so bad for you. Space Cow, welcome. Blue Crossroads. Yes, so that's why you guys, there's like two, like they're showing 2 live streams, but there's actually only one. Sandra Ellis, hi. I'm still seeing 2. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. I think they both lead to in here, hopefully. So Mike Roberts, hi. Shelly Montgomery, Blue Heron. I think they both lead to here, actually. Oh, I just lost my space. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's actually one is one dimension and the other is another dimension. Let's see. Who else is in here? Vixen, Doe, Crowley, Sophia. Yes, Blue Heron. Specifically thought of you. I mean, all of us in here are empaths to a degree, but some of us way more than others, like Blue Heron, Sweetly Morbid Bear, for sure. Yes. Mike, so good to see you. Is it a wrong one? Like one of them is going somewhere else? Chillin' Charlie, hi. Shelly, thank you so much. Guys, I appreciate you. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm jumping all over the place. Ghost Dragon ZW, can you check and see if the other one's leading to somewhere else? Guys, can you give me a minute so I can fix this issue so that everyone gets into the right place? Just give me 1 sec to fix this here. So one of these, I'm afraid, because one of them leads to this and the other one leads to, I guess, nowhere. And I don't know which one is which. So let me just try to get into them, I guess. Dang, I don't know which one is working. It's probably the one that isn't monetized, right? I really hope this works. Okay. Why can't I delete it? Delete forever. I don't know, guys. Hang with me. If it's just go into the other one, I guess. Should I do it? I'm so sorry, guys.
No, don't. They're both leading here.
What? But everyone's saying that they were sitting in a waiting for Gemma video and that they're late. And
well, I just checked them and they both brought me to here.
Okay, so it's probably because we started a little late that was happening. Ralph and Cassie Francis, what is up? Huh?
I'm gonna back out.
Oh yeah, Grey Wolf Paranormal. He could have just stayed in. You're still early enough to get a reading. We just started, so don't worry about it. Larry A, welcome. Jarvis, what is up? I know I'm missing people. It's been such a confusing time trying to get this stream up, and it's been a very hard week for a lot of us energetically. The energy is absolutely insane, guys, and we really have to go to great lengths to protect ourselves as empaths, as sensitives, right? as people with abilities who are very, very sensitive to the change in frequency, to the lower vibrational energy that's coming in. All right. And I want you guys all to know this. Like, you have to go basically to the ends of the earth to ground yourself every morning, bring out that Christ light, surround yourself with it. Okay. And later on, I am Miss Fidgety Aura. Welcome. I am going to talk about the spell jars that I'm going to be doing, and I am going to get a website up on GoDaddy. I'm just going to pay a professional because I am offering so many things that you guys have no idea about. I am owed like so much money for work I've done or like things I've sent people, and they're like, yeah, I'll pay you next week. And you know, if any of you guys are listening, it'd be cool if you'd pay me. But other than that, let's get this party started. Yeah, and guys, thank you so much for coming on in. I am sorry, Chris Jarvis. Oh, she's so sweet for telling me. I was so worried I offended her in some way. Ann Palmer, Melissa Nicole. Thank you, Crowley. Let's get this party started. Enough whining. But guys, seriously, put up your shields because it's going to be a doozy for the next, I want to say week, but that's lowballing it. Give it the next 2 weeks, okay? Caitlin Henson. Hello, everyone. Mama Judy Wheeler sent me. All right, we got a newbie. Miss Lara. You keep telling me this, and I keep completely forgetting, but that's why I have my notebook here. So, Miss Lara, if you're available Saturday, I would love to video chat with you for some energy healing, cleansing, all that stuff, because I can do it for myself, and I do it for others, but it's not my strong point. Shelley Montgomery, what's in the air? And I'm just going to add Ghost Dragons in. What's actually in the air is, because we have the consciousness shifting and so many people, hi, Miss Judy Wheeler. yeah, and that is exactly what like 5 people did to me. And I've got RJ's birthday party coming up. I've got a beach day Monday, and I've got the weekend at my mom's where I'm either meeting with Blue Heron or going to an Irish festival with my mother. And I'm broke because I did so many favors for everybody. I mean, I'm okay, guys. I'm not, complaining, but I'm just saying, like, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a cheeseburger today. Chase Life 215 Spook Cat. Hello, my sweetheart. So yeah, so there's the collective consciousness, and there's us, like the sensitives, who are trying to bring peace to the world, who are trying to bring love and spread light and really get back to one, and remembering everything's connected, and using crystals and meditating and all these beautiful things that we're trying to do, treating people with kindness. And I totally agree. I just have to learn lessons the hard way. I always do. But there's also, you have to remember, the opposite end of every spectrum. Every spectrum has a light and a dark, a good and a bad, So with us coming together and shifting for kindness and love and light and peace, there's the dark end too. And for some reason, I think it's something to do with the planets, and I'm not even on top of that, but it's like the darkness is overtaking us. So if that makes sense, All right, guys, let's get this party started. Who's first? Space Cow, are you still here? I didn't want to miss you guys this week either. That's why I did it tonight. I had to. I was like, I cannot miss this stream. It's like my favorite time of the entire week. Yeah, Lotus Girl, I'm going to have to start doing that. I mean, not with everybody, but I want everyone to have, a manifestation spray or an energy clearing spray or some crystals that they may need. I don't want to say no because of their inability to pay, but not having the ability to pay and then saying you'll pay me later are 2 completely different things. Because if you just say, hey, I need this, then we'll discuss it. But I don't want to get stuck on that. I'm going to be fine. Gemma is here.
Oh, shit. That other channel, it's just showing chat. It's not showing anything.
All right. So can you go in the chat and say, click the other one? Like there's 2.
I can do that.
I don't know which one to delete. That's the problem. If I delete the wrong one, but let me go and monetize both of them.
Hold on. Okay. While you're in there.
I see it. Why
it's
is
the bottom one?
Wait. Hold on. Because now they have me on limited ad. I'll deal with that later. Okay, so let me get rid of this one. if I can. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Yeah, I see it because I have 38 in here. Let me just get rid of it, guys. I'm so sorry. This is so hectic. I'm not usually like this. I wonder why I'm on limited. Like,
Who knows?
well, that affects my money, so it's not
I
really.
know.
It's not really that funny.
That's probably why, because of the 2 streams. Because you
Yeah.
have 2 going. Okay, I'm going to go back to ours.
This video is running limited due to content identified as not suitable for most viewers.
Oh.
All right, I'm just going to, I'll contest that later, no biggie. There
Hello,
we go.
everybody.
All right,
Sorry,
so
craziness.
is not here. Right?
Okay, yep. So it'd be Lotus, and then Blue Crossroads, and then you can do your new person.
All right, cool. That's very annoying. They
Yeah,
better
it
do
is. I don't know how to fix it. You have to do it because it's your channel.
I know. I'll take. I requested a review. No big deal. Yeah, like that means that you know what happened. Somebody came in and somebody reported me and said that something that I said, or the images on the cards are not suitable for most viewers. No, Shelly, you're in the right place. Everyone who's in here is in the right place.
You're good. Stay where you are.
I'm
If you
so
can
sorry,
see us, you're
guys.
good.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I thought they would both lead to here. Okay.
I did too at first, but I was just looking at the chat. The chat was the same, just the other one was just the same profile pic.
This is literally the most hectic I've ever had.
Weird.
I'm so sorry to start this way, but we're fixed. It's all right.
Hi, Judy.
And that's because somebody who came in either said that the images on the cards are like nudity, or they came in and yeah, they're all marked as not for kids, or they said that like I'm using foul language. It's okay. After the review, I'm sure that they'll, unless you know the artwork is offensive to them. Yeah, I got rid of it, Blue Heron. We're good. Again, guys, let's take a deep breath. Breathe it out, cover, surround ourselves with that light, and let's get into chill mode. I've got my little, I don't like to call it a portal, but it kind of is, my little channel open. Lotus Girl, I'm going to use the Nuit Oracle. I believe I used this last week too, but it just feels, yeah, Lara, that would be amazing. It's just so,
Hey, if I start stuttering, just be patient, okay?
You're good. You're good. I could see it. I wasn't going to mention anything. All right, Lotus Girl, you got the Little Mermaid. Make sure you can see that she's got a bikini cover on. My story, I loved him so much. He was so handsome. I saved him from drowning, but he was a human prince, and I was a mermaid living under the waters. Such an impossible love. So I went to see the sea witch and made a dangerous bargain with her. I gained human, though hurtful legs. Alas, the prince chose another woman. My heart broke, for I sacrificed and endured so much for this man. In despair, I chose death and went to heaven at last. I think this is the Brothers Grimm one. My message, something is not very healthy and very fair in here. It seems that you're the one making all the effort. You're swimming into troubled water. Beware of dishonest bargains. You have high hopes and pure love, but a love that leads you to hurt and sacrifice yourself is not true love. The same applies for any kind of relationship or circumstance. Save yourself from this dead-end story and go find some brighter sea elsewhere. Now, obviously, I do not think this is talking about your romantic relationship, right? Dargo, perfect imperfection. Hi. But I do think it's about a situation that you're in. You're putting in all the effort. You're doing all the work. Now, even if there's a reason behind you're doing that, like someone else is sick, or, there's no one around to do it. Unfortunately, if you're dealing with health problems or, other things in your life that you would like to prioritize over whatever this thing is, and you're being forced to do all of the work and put all the effort in, that's still a problem. Even if you're the only one who's capable right now of handling it, because you know what? You're not really capable. You're capable, but it can't all be on you all the time, especially if there's others who aren't willing to listen to reason. When it comes to toxic people that are around, the toxic people, even if they're in your general vicinity, will completely and totally drain you. And that, my dear, is one of the reasons that you keep experiencing these physical ailments. I was speaking to Spirit about it the last time that we texted before your electricity got shut off, because I was really worried about you and your family. And this person, I'll call him Mr. P, is bringing his low frequency and lower vibrational energy into your personal space. Okay, so he's bringing all of his crap and attachments with him to work in your place of business, right? I don't know if he comes to your home, but even if he's outside on the property, you need a spell jar. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'll be making some soon, and I'll let you know. You have to bury it on your property. And also black salts. I have black salts on crossing spray going out to one of my clients right now. I may be able to send you at least a little bit. And the Lemurian crystal. You need to do a full property cleanse and protection at least once a month if you're going to continue to allow this person to be there. Because if this person is outside your door, Lotus Girl, and you're feeling great and you're all, high up and you're doing wonderful, right? The minute you walk out that door, his energy is going to zap and drain you. Carol, what's up, girl? Nice to see you here again. What did I do? Oh my goodness, I hit something. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Hilton Whittlewood. It's so nice. There she is. Yeah, Lotus Girl, I'm going to make you a specialized one. You guys know specialization is what I do. So if you're ordering something from me, then I'm probably making it just for you. I don't have like jars of manifestation spray sitting around. Right back at you. Yes, perfect imperfection. We were just talking about that, how most of us in this community are so empathic. And that's the reason July just feels like a funk fest, like ill, like everything's yucky, icky, nothing's working out. Like even me, and I'm usually a pretty high vibrational person. I bring my frequency up to like pass it on to others. These past 2 weeks, I've been I've been so lower vibrational. Who's next?
Blue Crossroads and Shauna.
Blue Crossroads? Okay. Lotus, yeah, but he's still dragging his poop through your house. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize that. I thought it'll follow him right out. But obviously I should have realized that because they leave the energetic, what's it called? They leave extra energy behind. That's not the right way to say it, but I can't find the word. Blue Heron, you said? I'm sorry. Blue Heron?
Yeah. No, Blue Crossroads.
Oh.
Blue Crossroads and Shauna.
Shauna, I'm going to use the empath deck on you.
I miss people. I'm trying to get them in here.
Signature. Thank you, Lara. That's the word. The energetic signature there. It's left behind. The residue. Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't stay for long, but if it's as bad as his is, it can literally infect your space, like an entity, only not. Shauna, you got activating empathic magic, and it's card number 29 of the empath deck. Yes, Miss Fiji Aura, exactly. Slime trail like a slug, energetic signature. You guys are so right. That's why I black salted my mom and my own house. It even keeps rude people away. Like those mermaids, they're not coming ringing my doorbell. Not that they're rude, but anyone who is going to drain you. And I'm sorry, but if you are not a part of that religion, they are very draining. I'm in touch with my spirituality. I don't need. Yes, Rutgers. I had to. Scarlet Knights, baby. All right, Miss Shauna, analyzing what the term magic with a K means in our lives, understanding that life itself is the grandest act of esoteric ritual, utilizing metaphysical tools designed for your empathic growth. This card's multi-layered painting depicts a person who has created an invisible friend to make life more exciting. In relation to this card's creative meaning, it is clear that we are the magicians in charge of our own lives. In a sense, every action and thought is a spell, and the whole experience of life is one grand ritual drama. The person in the picture is a warrior of possibilities and creator of reality. How much magic we see in the world around us ultimately depends on ourselves. So, Carol is also new. Need black salt. Yeah, you can order it on Amazon, but I usually send it in a little care package with a few other things and instructions. Deeper meanings. Life is magic. You are a magical being, plain and simple. Although empathy is a quality everyone has to one extent or another, individuals who identify as empaths experience a higher than usual level of emotional absorption from the outside world. We also experience our own emotions at a higher level than the average person. This is a gift. According to numerous magical traditions throughout time and culture, Mother Nature provides everything we need for both physical and metaphysical healing. Empaths can utilize numerous natural materials to help protect our energy and grow in emotional confidence. Empathic magic is deeply explored in my previous book, Esoteric Empathy. I hate when they talk about themselves in the card. The manner in which we use the manner in which we use empathically attributed tools depends entirely on each person. Some readers may be experienced in mystical traditions, while others may only have vague familiarity. Empaths of all stripes can utilize empathic magic. Again, life itself is magic, so don't get hung up on labels if this is something that's new to you. So, Shauna, I feel like you should be getting into you could be it would be a good idea for you to get into working with crystals. If you already do that, that is so great. They do have a list of a few crystals here, like carnelian, used for increasing confidence and alleviating anxiety; chrysoprase, a stone used to shield against harmful external energies while simultaneously increasing social grace; citrine, projective rather than absorptive. So citrine is, I do have a citrine bracelet that I wear when I go out, like to the doctors, because that way you can project your light out instead of picking up other people's, crap. So if you're open to it, the universe is trying to bring your attention to crystal magic. Okay. The universe is trying to get you to work with it, right? Praying and meditating and positive affirmations and manifestation, all that kind of stuff. That's amazing. And you should always, always be doing that, especially if your physical health is suffering. But when getting to emotional and mental health as well, I swear by crystal magic, and the message that's coming through for you specifically, Shauna, is that you need to get you some crystals. Okay. If you need help with that, I can definitely tell you where to start. Do you guys see it's doing it again?
You're just
So
glowing.
drastic. Who's next? Blue Crossroads. Blue Crossroads, I'm going to use the Fairy Oracle. Haven't used this one in a while. I tricked the Mormons into cleaning my living room while we debated animals having souls. Not sorry. When done with pure intention, perfect imperfection. That is a beautiful way to put it. And if I had, 5-10 minutes. Yes, Caitlin is the first new person that we're doing.
She didn't answer. I couldn't type her name in chat. Is she still here?
Well, we'll call her name out.
Okay, yeah, because I couldn't get her name to show up in the chat. So
I have been using crystals for meditation. Yeah, Caitlin, you're coming up, honey. You don't have to ask. When you come in, you just get put on the list. That way you can just say pass. It's a lot easier. And since I've been doing that, and I also keep a few crystals actually for what I'm doing that day on me, I believe they activate better when they're touching your body. I need to rock. Yes, Shauna, you need to rock. That's why I love you so much. I really do. You guys are so amazing. Shauna, go ahead.
Caitlin doesn't show up in my YouTube chat.
She's here, though. I see her.
Yeah, I saw when I went on our regular.
Guys, we're having all types of difficulties tonight. Yeah. It's the energy.
Yeah.
Mercury isn't retrograde, but I'm definitely feeling that retrograde blah. Should pull out in about a week or two, guys. No biggie. It's not like a permanent thing. We just have to really work with crystal and work with spirit to keep our energy up, keep our frequency high. And I'm learning how to shift my frequency at will. You got card number 31, Blue Crossroads, and it's actually a little creepy. It looks a little bit like Hansel and Gretel, even though these are not, fairy tale based. Two children are talking. The boy in the red hat is boasting, and the fairy is listening to all the tales and lies the boy shares with his female companion. Meaning, no one likes a gossip. Be aware of what you say and to who you say it. This card suggests you to be truthful to yourself and others. Be aware of those listening when you least expect it. If you are too focused on being the center of attention, you'll miss something important happening right in front of you. The message that I'm getting from Spirit, though, Blue Crossroads, is a little bit different, and that's telling you to be careful who you say what to, because somebody is listening who could mistakenly misconstrue what you're saying. Or there could be someone like a dirty little fairy who is going to take what you're saying and mix and mesh it all up and then bring it to someone else and be like, hey, do you know what Cosmo said about you? And start this whole big drama. And guys, this card could not show a better message or give a better message of the flippin' energetic signature that is around all of us, like the frequency. That's the type of people that we are going to be dealing with for the next at least 2 weeks. So watch what you say. You could be mistaken as someone who's narcissistic, like by someone who you would normally get along with. You could just be having a bad day, or they might misconstrue something that you say. So be sure to be extremely clear and concise when speaking to anyone, when there is even a possibility of someone else listening.
Okay, you can go ahead and do Caitlin because she's not showing up in my chat. That's why I didn't call her.
No worries, honey. Shona says the F up fairies have visited. Yeah, and the frequency is just right for them. Trust me. 2 weeks, oh great. But you know what, though? That really depends on you. But you have to do the work. The problem is like this, right? You can get up every morning and ground yourself and do yoga and meditate and work with crystals. And then you won't have as much of a problem with all of this as those of us, myself included, who do it like 3 to 4 times a week and miss the other 3 days. This is a everyday meditation, every day getting in touch with your frequency and purposefully raising it with Christ light, right? That we pull out of our hearts and project. And that's the sessions that I give you guys through video chat, guys. If you're looking for something like that, just email me. That's what I'm talking about, trying to teach you guys and learn with you, because I learned so much from you guys, too, on how to raise your frequency and be able to work with your frequency, with the energy around you, to change it into a more healing thing. All right, Caitlin, I'm using the Victoria Francis Gothic Oracle, and you got card number 3. These cards are another deck that is translated from Italian, so some of them are a little bit hard to understand. The mirror in the candlelight. Let your light shine, Caitlin. Why do you not see the shining light within you as others do? What are you afraid of revealing, which is stopping you from discovering your true potential? The time has come to remove the mask you show to the world and be your true self. You feel the need to protect yourself from emotional harm, but you have nothing to fear from stepping into the limelight, as things can only change for the better. If you're feeling blocked, with a little effort, you can push through this difficult period of your life and conquer whatever it is that's holding you back. You are on the brink of change. You just need the encouragement and support to know you are heading for the right path. The light ahead of you shines brightly and opportunities are calling. Don't allow fear of the unknown to stand in your way. Embrace the challenges ahead. They will be the making of you. So I feel like Mike Roberts, Monk Life. Caitlin, I feel like you possibly have some kind of opportunity in front of you. I feel like it's already been presented, or you're thinking of doing something. And this is just an example, like you're thinking of starting a relationship. You're thinking of going back to school. You're thinking of, going to college. You're thinking of starting a new job. The universe is saying you are on the right track, girl, with whatever this opportunity is, wanting so badly to accept it, but allowing fear, some deep ingrained fear, to hold you back. All right. This is your words are so eluding me tonight. This is your confirmation that you should be going forward with whatever this opportunity is. Now, these cards are 1-card weekly readings. So if an opportunity hasn't presented itself yet and you can't think of one, there is one coming in this week, and I'm getting through something like a text or an email. Again, whatever it is you're looking for. You have total abundance so close to you, but it's like you can't technically reach out and touch it because you're too much in the fear mindset and the doubting mindset. I want you to try to practice better positive self-talk. Okay, every day take 3 minutes to look in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful, amazing, smart, funny, compassionate, considerate, wanted you are. Okay, and how you kick butt. Do that every day this week. Accept the opportunity being presented to you and go in it confidently, knowing that spirit is guiding you to this specific opportunity because it is a stop on your destiny. Like it's a stop on your destined path.
Okay, we're going to do Carol Varnick next.
All right, Miss Carol.
And then back to our list. Then there will be Mike Roberts.
Thank you, Caitlin. She says, thank you so much. You were so absolutely spot on. All right, Miss Carol. Yes, give yourself a kick in the booty. Get moving forward. Don't let those little fears, that's lower vibrational. Fear, guilt, shame, resentment. I'm going to use Delana Waits. Alice in Wonderland, card number 2. All right. My story. I saw once a white rabbit running on the grass. As I'm a curious little girl, I followed him, and this led me to discover a land like no other. I'm trying to get the glare off that card, but it's not working. There we go. A land like no other, full of mad hatters, short-tempered queens, and sly cats. Everything there was purely nonsense, but I saw a lot of wonders and learned many things. Therefore, the journey was worth it, even if it was maybe only a dream. My message: something or someone is calling you. You're about to discover a brand new land, which you'll have to acclimatize. I think I meant acclimate to. You won't get all the rules at once. Some things will appear most peculiar to your eyes and even lacking sense, and you will also feel disorientated. But don't let that stop you. Be open and be curious, crave to uncover wonders, and remember that this journey you're embarking on is really worth the while. It really is one that you won't forget. So in keeping with our usual for the week, this is almost the exact same message, okay? What this is saying is there is a new journey ahead of you. There is a new opportunity that's going to be, I don't see this as having happened yet. It could have, but I don't see it. That's going to be presented to you. And I feel like you're going to take it and you're going to be confidently take it. But I feel like it's going to be so new and so different, right? It could be rekindling a relationship. It could be getting a new job. It could be something totally unexpected. I do feel like a person in your life is bringing this to you. So a family member, a close friend. It's not like, you're going to get an email from some company that you applied to 5 years ago. I don't think it's about work. I think it's about life in general and uncovering and discovering things that you never knew before, you never thought possible. And it's going to be really weird at times, but whatever it is, I feel like it's going to bring you to this whole different headspace, this whole different mindset of how you look at life, how you interact with people. And I feel like it's coming in pretty quickly. Like I'm getting a really fast paced, energy here. And I feel like this whole journey is just going to be one big wonder for you, but it's going to change your life so incredibly significantly that you might end up being unrecognizable in the best of ways to yourself before you even realize it. You are destined to embark on this journey because I do believe it's a spiritual one, not a religious one, a spiritual one. Mike Roberts, let's use the Quantum Oracle. And after Blue Heron, unfortunately, I already have to use the potty. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, that Red Bull.
It is the Red Bull. It's actually absolutely the Red Bull. Frontal lobe headaches. I mean, they come and go, but recently, probably for about 2.5 weeks now. And I notice, Lara, as the day progresses, they're getting stronger and stronger and more painful. And also, I have to try harder in the last week or so to open myself up, like to do these streams. It's been a lot harder. I feel like I brought an attachment from when I tried to exorcise the jinn from my mother's house. I definitely feel like something attached to me, and I'm having trouble getting rid of it.
I'll
Oh,
leave.
Mike, I'm so sorry, puppy. What were you saying, Ghost Dragons?
I was being a smart ass. I said I was gonna leave. If you had an attachment, I'll just leave.
Lara, for sure. I mean, I would really appreciate it. I'm just so used to being the one doing that for others that like it didn't even occur to me to like seek one of you guys to possibly help me. All right.
So we're holding on, Mike.
Oh, I don't know. I pulled this card.
I'm
No,
not
he
here.
said I'm here, not going anywhere.
Waiting on a tow truck. Poor
All
guy.
right. So the Quantum Oracle, you got in the consciousness suit, you got card number 5, which is a consciousness of lack, which is card number 40, page number 47, and you got it in the upright position. So, Mike, I don't know what this is about. Something missing. A man leans dejectedly on a concrete heart, his back turned to the potential gold and beauty held there. His melancholy seems overwhelming, and this card may reveal a similar energy for you at this time. Excuse me. It's true so far. There may be some financial limitation for you, possibly even significant money woes, but this card could indicate restriction in other areas as well. You may be experiencing some limitations in love or relationships, and the feelings of loss could be frustrating or sad. The consciousness card reveals even deeper issues than the great gratitude card reversed. It demands that you shift out of your lack consciousness now, even if you feel something's missing in your life. Your fear only restricts you further, making you more miserable and manifesting even more limitation. It may be difficult to focus on something positive when you're lonely or have financial troubles, but it's absolutely necessary that you do so if you want to change that reality. Take the steps you need to resolve whatever issue may be bothering you, but don't stop there. Make the energetic cause to always acknowledge what you have, even to the smallest detail. Choosing to value yourself in your life will break down the harsh feelings in your heart and bring many amazing experiences to you. So, oh, Sandra Ellis, I hope it's not because I'm having frontal lobe headaches. So, Mike, this card is basically telling you what I tell you all the time and what I tell all of you guys all the time, even though I know it's really hard to do. It's even hard for me. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was going to hit you hard. You have to focus on the positive. You have to positively manifest. What were we talking about last week, right? Thoughts are actual things. Like they have these little hats that they put on people's heads that are hooked up to a computer. And they say, okay, now think of a color. And the person thinks of the color in their mind and the computer shows that color. Why? Because thoughts are things we actually release. What's up, Steve? Into the air, like they come out. So how many negative thoughts a day do you put out into the universe? And the universe gives you back what you put into it, always. That's why we always have to try and stay grateful. We always have to try, even if it's super duper duper hard, to focus on the positive to the smallest degree if that's all that we have. If you're having financial issues, okay, at least you have a job. You're better off than how many other people in the world. If you're having love issues, okay, but at least you're still young enough and you still have a heart that you can give to somebody, and you know, put out there that you're capable of better than what you already have, whatever that may be, and that feeling of lack. And also remember not to stay in a certain energy or situation or even relationship simply because it's comfortable if you're able to get out of it. We have to, all of us, become comfortable with being uncomfortable, guys, myself included. That's why I always say we, because I am not above any of this. You know what I mean? And we can't, unless we absolutely must for, you know, financial reasons or some other reason, someone's sick or whatever your reason is, make sure it's an actual reason that like there's absolutely nothing else that you can do to get out of this situation aside from you just want to be comfortable. I'm going to read for Blue Heron. Then I'm going to read for Steve Stockton before he bounces back out. But I do really have to use the bathroom, so you guys are going to have to give me a minute. Be right back. Ghost Dragons will entertain you.
Ding dong, ding dong. Ding. Oh, I can't really entertain you. I don't have much of a voice today. It's been one of those interesting weeks. The last couple of days. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sir Steve Stockton. I know you hate being called sir. It's just a respect thing. Everybody having a good day, I hope. Except for poor Mike. Poor Mike. Too bad I don't have some good jams to play for you where you're sitting. I hope you're not on the side of the road, are you, Mike? Hello, Aunt. Yeah, that's true too, ma'am. Yeah, she just went to go take care of business. It'll be Blue Hair on, then Steve before he books. No, I can't dance today. Believe me, it's been a little rough last couple days. So, then after Steve will be Vixen.
All right, all right, all right. And I know you've been having a great week.
Right.
What have you been doing, if anything, to keep your energetic signal up and into the positive? Batman, what's up?
Oh.
All right, Miss Blue Heron, empath deck.
Samoza.
Ruby Samoza, you hop right on the list, and as soon as it's your turn, I will give you a reading.
I just wrote you down. I'll write you in as soon as you come in. If I catch.
I pull directly from your guide, so whatever the message is, that's what you're getting. Thank you, Miss Lara.
Oh, Batmom.
I do feel a lot lighter, actually. Not just because I just peed either. Oh, is that inappropriate? All right, Blue Heron. This deck goes deep, I'm telling you. Card number 34, Conquering Social Anxiety. All right. All right. Miss Blue Heron, activating methods to emotionally protect ourselves socially. Remembering that anxiety and excitement are very closely related, and studying social dynamics from professional sources. This card's painting speaks of breaking through darkness. As the figure turns away from the black tones, the red tones indicate that they are still aware of the anxiety that can accompany the choice of engaging with the world, despite the challenges they may carry. Deeper meaning, social anxiety is the worst, and empaths are no strangers to the experience because we are constantly absorbing emotional energies, both observed and unobserved. It's all too easy to become overloaded in social situations without necessarily understanding why. There is a social experience that scientists recognize as emotional contagion. Do you ever catch yourself looking in the same direction as a person you're talking to or scratching your chin when the other person does? This is social contagion. When it comes to the emotional realm, it's a well-known fact that people catch the emotions of others in daily life. Those who identify as empaths do this to a much higher degree than the average person, which can lead to increased social anxiety if we don't take proper precautions. This card reminds the empathic reader that you can overcome social anxiety. It just takes time and practice. It's essential to notice where you place your energy and how you go about daily social experiences. Are you reactive, or do you think before you respond? Are you relying on the approval of others, or is it enough to know yourself and humbly stand in your own truth? We have the choice whether to surrender our energy to those around us or to anchor it inside so that we pilot the ship that is our own body and mind. Okay. So I know this isn't always practical in the summer, even in the winter, but one thing that I learned from Spirit that we can do, and I don't do it because I don't like wearing stuff on my head, is by wearing a head covering, like a scarf around your head or wearing a hat or whatever, you actually literally cover up where everything comes in. Now, that doesn't mean you can't absorb into your energy, but directly into your consciousness, into your mind, you're not going to get that as much if you cover your head. Now, more practically, what can you do, Blue Heron? You have to find that inner confidence. You have to Ground yourself every single morning without fail. It doesn't matter. You be late for work. If you're going to be late for work, if you ground yourself, or be on time if you don't, be late for work. Like, it's that serious, especially with the universe giving you this specific card. And me, the last time I spoke to you, you told me one little thing I'll say is that it was too peoply outside and you couldn't take anymore. And that's something that I say all the time to Ghost Dragons or to Ray. I'll be like, it's just too peoply, right? That means we're not standing in our own power as empaths. That means we're not doing our work to shield ourselves. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do that can, like, you can't do like a grounding ritual today to be good for the next 2 weeks. You just can't, unfortunately. But the more that you ground yourself and protect yourself from those energies, the easier it'll be for you to do. And you'll be able to just stand there, and when you like feel someone's frequency or vibration shift to low, you'll be able to pop that baby up so fast that you'll barely absorb any of it. And that's something that I would love for you to work on, either through, again, crystals are absolutely insane in the ways that they can help us every single day and for the long run. Doing the shadow work, okay? Positive affirmations and manifestations. Why? That has nothing to do with being social. Actually, it does, because the more positive you are, the more confident you are, the less likely you're going to be to inadvertently pick up all of these other energies, okay? And as empaths, most of us don't walk around with a lot of confidence. I've been accused, we were just talking about this, I've been accused of being narcissistic and very egocentric by people who come in, take a look at me, and then leave. Yes, I talk a lot. And yes, I'm proud of my accomplishments, but to the point of narcissism, no. But I finally got to a point where I'm okay enough that I can laugh that off. And that's kind of where we all need to be. But I still do it. I went to the doctor, and I'll say this real quick, yesterday. I usually go on Mondays, not Wednesdays. And the reason is because Wednesdays, for some reason, the energy is insanely hectic. And it's usually me and like 1 or 2 other people. There were like 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 other people yesterday. But one guy, every time someone else opened their mouth to say something, we have to do this little group. He would like jump up and be like, yeah, yo, I got shot in my leg. And then I went, and I was like literally closing in on myself like this. And a really good friend of mine, Deirdre, she was like, are you okay? And I was like I literally started doing this in my chair. And then I remembered, like, duh, like I have crystals on me, number 1. And number 2, like this guy can't affect me. Finally, I went to the bathroom. I came back in. I started doing deep breathing. I didn't care who was looking at me. And I started imagining that light coming out of me. I imagined it surrounding the entire table. And I swear to you, since I did that for the last, unfortunately, I did it at the end, the last like 10 minutes, that dude was just sitting there still in his chair. He was still rocking a little like this, but he wasn't like smacking on the table and getting in everyone's face. I was able to project my own calm energy to everyone at this table, including this crazy hectic guy. But people like that are the reason, no judgment, that I don't like to leave my house. All right, Steve Stockton. Let's use Delano Waits. So Blue Heron, I guess the gist of it is to start working on how to ground yourself in the moment, fill yourself up with your own positive, vibrant, loving energy. Confidence is a big one when it comes to social anxiety. Fill yourself up with that energy and keep practicing it until you can feel your frequency shift. You'll be able to feel it, trust me. When you can do that to that point, you can change the temperature, so to speak, of the room, like I did yesterday. Ruby, once again, when I call your name, or when Ghost Dragons calls your name, because everyone that's in here is on a list, and you'll be very soon because you're new, whatever the card says is mainly what the guides have to say to the person asking the question. So, and normally we don't ask specific questions for a 1 card reading. It's like, but your question's not really that specific. So every card I pull is what someone's guides say. So as soon as it's your turn, we will let you know. All right, Steve Stockton, are you still even in here? Did he leave?
No, it says he's still in here.
All right,
He
I'm
might
gonna.
go.
All right,
No, he's there. He's there.
Bluebeard's wife. Blue Heron, you are so welcome, sweetie. Bat Mom, thank you so much. Yes, I do personal readings that are much more in depth. Because you're new, you won't have to wait too long. But yeah, just hang out. It's okay. I do get people that come in here and they're like, okay, where's my reading? Like, where's my reading? And I'm just like, please call me. You'll be up soon though, because if it's your first time in here, we'll bump you up. But Bat Mom, thank you. And I do personals face-to-face or, remotely. All right, Steve Stockton. My story. I married this wealthy and powerful man without knowing the nightmare I would endure. There was this room in the castle he had forbidden me to step into, but one day I opened the door with a golden key and found the bloody murdered corpses of my husband's former wives. He threatened me badly for my behavior. Fortunately, my sister Anne and my brothers came to my rescue and killed him, and we all enjoyed his fortune from this day on. My message: be careful, and be careful once more. Something is quite unhealthy in here, and a deep, dark secret is hidden somewhere. Watch every step you make. Be cautious. Be warned. Don't be fooled by a golden appearance. Your opponent is sly and cruel. Go find the truth. It probably won't be very pretty, but you have to face it at last. Then gather your allies around you to help you overcome this enemy. Okay. Steve, we know that you're never going to, as even you, are not going to be able to get everyone to love you. There are people that are not going to like you because mainly jealousy, right? But for whatever reason. And what this card is saying is, I believe there's someone in a prominent position. Doesn't have to be the same profession you're in. It doesn't have to be like, a publisher or another YouTube creator. It could be, but there's someone in a prominent position that could possibly have or think they have something on you that's going to damage your credibility or your reputation. I feel like the best thing you can do is like sniff this person out if possible. And if not, just kind of know your own truth. Be very careful who you tell your secrets to for at least the next week. I'm seeing this, honestly, Steve, is like a monthly going forward thing. Probably by the end of the month, this will all be snuffed out and over with. But I feel like there is someone, and it could possibly be the same last someone who we thought went away. Maybe she didn't, who is I'm getting stalker energy. I'm getting a lot of anger, like a feeling of betrayal somehow. And it could be a man or a woman. I'm getting masculine energy, though. That's the thing. This person feels betrayed either by something you did or by you personally. And they are going to go full force after you. Now, that doesn't mean you have to worry. It just means you have to be careful who you share with, who you speak to, and who you give your private information out to as well. All right, Steve. And if you need me, you know I'm here. Melissa, thank you so much.
Yes, I was going to thank her.
Steve, check the private chat for a minute.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you because I was just reading for Steve Stockton. That's why.
1 second.
Carol already knows how to get a personal, but thank you guys. It's my sister. That's my sissy.
Okay.
She's probably going to get one this weekend when I see her. So, all right. You're so welcome, Steve. And you know what? Like I said, if you need me again, I am always in your corner. People always think there's like some weird, not friendship or disconnect between you and I. And I'm glad that you came in because, I've always got your back. Chris Jarvis says it's police. We don't say the P word in here, Chris. Bye, Perfect Imperfection. What happened? I didn't even get to read for her.
I don't know. I think they were kept getting bumped out. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. If you're listening and you want to email me, I can put you like on the list first for next week or something, so you can get right in if you have a, or you can get a a personal. Who's next?
Vixen Doe.
Miss Vixen Doe. I don't know. I'm going to go with heal yourself. Oh, Melissa, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for the donations. I really do appreciate them. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, and Cash App. And what is the other one that I just got called, Steve? Varo? V-A-R-O. By the way, guys, stay tuned till almost the end. I am doing a giveaway of my book to one lucky person. If you already have the book, it'll be a spray. I have been going crazy, as most of you know, looking for 8-ounce jars. Okay, it seemed no one was selling them, and I didn't understand why, because I had just bought some and I was sending out sprays. So Ghost Dragons went and brought me 2 cases of 8-ounce amber bottles. You know, the ones that I put my spray in. It turns out the reason I couldn't find them is because I've actually been using the 4 ounces. I got confused. So now I have these giant double-sized bottles. So what I'm going to do is you can get a small one for $18.95, shipping included, or a large one for something like, you know, $26, $27.95, shipping included. They're double the size. So, you know, that means the shipping is going to be way more. And I'm also going to use those larger bottles for the spell jars. Now, they do have the spray cap. It doesn't matter. As long as they're capped, when you bury them, it's fine. Or do whatever you got to do with them. So don't worry about that, guys. No, not really, because there's never anything like... I see generalizations, Hilton. So, you know, I'll see like... I don't see like personal things. My Wi-Fi is being wonky. Like personal things, like I'll get like, you know, the words intimate moment. I won't actually see them doing it or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's always a round and about thing, which is why sometimes you'll see me look off and I'll be like, because it's hard. Like the way that I'm shown things. I can't even explain it. Like if I'm looking, like I want to know how many weeks it is until something happens. I'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and I got to count the 3rd line, and then it's a process. Who is this again? I'm sorry.
Vixen Doe.
Vixen Doe. Yeah, I figured I would do something nice for you guys because you're so kind and generous for me. Vixen Doe, you got card number 15, and it is the card Wild. There is a wild, untamed spirit inside of you, desperate to be unleashed. Free it and claim the gifts of energy, power, passion, and creativity it offers you. Through suppressing your wild, succulent, outrageous, and untamed self, you dull your senses and crush your creativity. You shrink, lose your energy, and become depressed. Your relationships suffer and your rage grows. You become ashamed, hostile, cold, boring, over-serious, and scared. You stop taking chances and live in mediocrity, constantly trying to protect yourself. The truth is that no one can judge you, punish you, or hurt you as much as you yourself can. Give into your wildness and stop living a sham. This part of you is sensual, provocative, truthful, courageous, bold, passionate, and alive. Set it free. Oh, Batmom, thank you so much. Thank you. Tinctures, yes. I'm going to be doing the roll-ons. I'm going to be doing lotions. I have a lot, but I need to get the website up first, which I'm hoping to do by the end of next week. If I don't win the book, are we still sending you the money? Yes, to my PayPal. And because I have to pay for shipping and stuff, it's like $25 I usually charge. But if you got 20, I mean, send it. Most people have been paying $25, $30, really like enough for the book and to cover the shipping because I do have to order the book. I only get a couple of author's copies, and I have all of those given away except one, which is the one that I'm going to give to you guys. So yeah, just text me if you still have my number. Okay, Vixen Doe, if you don't, just email me and I'll give it to you quick. This card, and Batmom, again, thank you so much. I do appreciate your guys' donations, sincerely. This card has to do with the decision you have been trying to make for so long, or at least for a little while that I'm aware of, and that is packing it up, jumping in that trailer, and moving on, right? Or mobile home. I don't remember exactly what it was, and I don't want to call it the wrong thing and be offensive, but you need to do that. You are not being true to yourself. You have this opportunity to do it. You've made the decision to do it, but yet there's something that's stopping you. The universe is saying, like, it's okay to take your time with decisions, but it's not okay to procrastinate. And the universe wants you on this journey. Okay, it's something that you are destined to do. There is so much for you to learn. There is so much that the universe wants to show you. You've got to get out there. Okay, you have to do this. The universe is saying, like, you're procrastinating. Like, it's okay to be cautious, but how many times does the universe have to tell you to go out there and do it? Okay, sincerely. Yeah, you're worse than me. I will. I'll teach you all of it. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm getting better, though, with technology. I'm the best one in our family besides Damien. That's not saying much. My mommy just learned how to type in the chat, like, more than hi, hello, guys. She actually goes back and forth. Vixen Joe says, yep, going to sell house, buy a travel van, and hit the road a couple months, if not sooner. The universe is saying do it as soon as you possibly can. It is a contracted journey, okay? So it's something that you contracted for yourself while you were in spirit, all right?
Okay, Chillin' Charlie.
And honestly, Carol and anyone else listening, my PayPal and Cash App are in the description box. Cindy Kelly 301, or my cash tag is $GemmaJadeYT. And those donations come to me immediately, whereas a super chat is super sticker I just get at the end of the month. Chillin' Charlie. Larry, check the back, honey. You gotta check the back of the book. Chillin' Charlie. Let's see his energy and spirit. I sign the books in the back, guys, because the front, like, I don't like to sign the book. I sign a page in the back. It should be pink pen. I'm pretty sure I might have used black, but some of them I use pink, some of them I use black. Yes, it does. What? It's there, right? Make me nervous, like I forgot, because I specifically remember writing your name.
Yes, it does.
Contracted health problems. Bat Mom, you know what happened? Chillin' Charlie, I do have your card. Just give me a second. Jeanette, welcome. I tried to exorcise that djinn from my mom's house. I showed you guys the bruise that I got, and I told you everything that my mom was really going through. That was bad. Awesome. You made me so nervous for a second. I'm glad that you got it, honey. And you're doing so great. I want to tell your story a little bit of your ascension at the end here. So I did my mom's whole property, but for some reason, I guess I was in kind of a rush because RJ was sleeping like on the front porch on the deck with Ray because I didn't want him in the house when I was doing this. And I took the black soil and the uncrossing sprite and the holy tar water, which is supposedly like from medieval times. And I did my mom's whole house. But for some reason, I forgot the basement and I forgot the one side of her house because I wasn't thinking, because it's connected to a doctor's office. So I was thinking, oh, that's the doctor's office. The banging that she's always hearing is now coming from outside of the house on that side. It's like I blocked them out of all other parts of the house. So now they're banging to try to get back in. All right, Chillin' Charlie, you got beneath the surface, hidden truths and something unknown. Yeah, Jeanette, and welcome. It's so nice to see you. Like when I see people I haven't seen in a while, to know you guys still coming in, nobody's mad at me. I have this complex where like everything's about me. So if you haven't caught alive in like 5 weeks because you've been super busy, I'm like convinced. Like Mermaid wasn't here for 2 weeks, and I'm like, I know she hates me. I'm like, Ghost Dragons, can you see what I did to offend her? Really, she's just tired because she's 5 hours ahead of us. So, all right, Chillin' Charlie, upright. That is how you pulled the card. The beauty of the iceberg on this card belies the fact that more is going on beneath the surface, and it might not be as innocent as it all seems. There could be something unknown in a relationship or a business situation. Perhaps a friend or a lover is hiding some important information from you, or maybe some action is being taken at work that you don't know about yet. The warning here is to listen to your intuition and be conscious of what's happening around you. Don't panic and become suspicious of everyone. Just take things one step at a time and allow yourself to peacefully investigate what's going on, getting all of the information you need to make any important decisions. Finally, you may be hiding something from yourself. Are you lying to yourself? Perhaps ignoring some addiction or negative, or negating your value, power, or deserving. Look beneath the surface for any unhealthy thought or behavioral patterns. Be honest with yourself, and others will be much more honest with you. Now, oh, I love you too, girl. And hit me up anytime. I think we exchange numbers. If not, again, email me. Chillin' Charlie, this card can be one of two ways, or it can be both ways. So let's unpack the first part. Someone that I believe you're close to is definitely keeping something from you. I do think it's something significant, and I do think they're purposefully keeping it from you. It's not like they're keeping it from you to like protect your feelings, or like because it's not a big deal and they don't want you to freak out. Like, they're actively doing something against you, or that they know you're not going to like, or that you're going to be upset about, and then keeping it from you. They're flat out lying to your face, basically, and not caring at all that they're doing it. But I do feel that there may be something about you that you don't want to face. And I think what that is that this person is lying to you. I think it all connects together. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then keep an extra eye out this week for, you know, any gut feelings, any of that intuition, heart center type feeling, like where you're like, this person, something's not right here. You're going to be right on. That doesn't mean every time like you look at somebody, they're lying to you. You will know inside of yourself, okay? Especially this week. So pay attention to how your energy sits around other people, okay? If you think someone's lying, especially, so you know, I knew it, because whenever I pull a card like this, the person's like, yep, I know right who that is. But they're just not acting on it because they don't have that confirmation. We live as human beings, and in this day and age, like, we need proof. Like, we want proof. We want DNA, you know? I want the DNA on how you're lying to me. Unfortunately, for empaths and people with abilities, and for sensitives like us, our proof is that we know, and other people are not going to accept that. But you know what? If you accept it and you believe this person is lying, and you really feel in your gut, in your heart of hearts that they are, please take that as your proof and act accordingly. And you can still act out of love. The universe is actually suggesting that you wait before confronting them and let them keep digging themselves a deeper hole while you gather more information. Who's after Mr. Chillin'?
Grey Wolf.
All right, Miss Grey Wolf. I would like to use the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. I may have used this on you last week as well. I'm not sure, but for some reason, this is like, guys, every once in a while, and I don't know if you already know, Chill and Charlie, you're so welcome, what the reasoning for your ear ringing is. But guys, that happens to us sensitives a lot, not just when someone's talking about us behind our backs in a negative way. It's not just that someone's talking about you or people are discussing you, it's in a negative way. But it also happens when there is a sudden frequency. I just keep saying it because I'm telling you guys, I've been working with it and I realize how connected everything is to it. When the frequency suddenly gets lower or higher, like that, because usually it gets, changes over time. That means that there's people in your life who are like coming in and out, and again, leaving, like with Lotus Girl, their energetic signature in your space. Either that or you're picking it up. Yeah, Batmom, that's exactly what it is. I would focus on some, energy clearing, cleansing, the grounding, and also somehow, whether it's through Black Soul, a spell jar, or just a simple protection spell, witch spells on your front doorknob, however you do it, regular soul, protecting your personal space and yourself, your person, from people like this. Might stop a lot of the ear ringing. Yes, exactly. Paranormal Pixie. Could be a spiritual download. Tarot readers have been going through this. One actually heard a voice say download completed and his ear ringing stopped. Yes, I can't believe I forgot that. I just, I'd not read about it. I just watched something, a documentary that had that in it. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, with all of the times, like, my ears don't ring often, but when they do, can I tell you, you can still see that bald spot. Oh, it's so annoying. Can I tell you when I do? It's normally in the middle of the night. That's when I hear it. And I wonder, like, does it have something to do with those healings from like when I was a kid, or I don't know. Batmom, just email me. I can give you some suggestions on how to do that. All right, I'm sorry, Grey Wolf. You got enjoy new beginnings. Oh, what a beautiful card. The ancestors speak. Something positive and exciting is about to happen for you. This is a time of celebration for you and your loved ones. Enjoy this social time, which may include birthdays, pregnancy announcements, anniversaries, engagements, weddings, parties, and other festivities. Your ability to connect with and glimpse the future is heightened. Pay special attention to dreams and visions to prepare for a fresh opportunity. Divinatory meaning, a period of darkness or inactivity is a time to resynchronize with family, friends, and your goals. Enjoy and honor who you are and where you're going. Focus on the changes you want to bring to your life. Stay positive and go with the flow. Enjoy the changes and beginnings that are coming your way. A move to a new home or an exciting career change may be popping up for you. So something is changing. Your energy is shifting, okay? You are coming out of the dark night of the soul. I talk about the three phases, either going in, being in the middle of, or coming out of the dark night of the soul. And unfortunately, when we come out, we only get 6 months to a year of reprieve while we're building up that energy for the next one. But I do feel like you're about to come out of a dark period, Lindsay. And I feel like you may be so bogged down by the energy of that dark night of the soul, or you're just so used to that negative energy around you, even if it's not all negative. I feel like maybe lately you've been unlucky, or I've been feeling this too. Like I said, the energy is so icky. I've been feeling like I can't do anything right. I can't get enough done. I don't get to relax. Like all these things you may be feeling, you're so used to them by now. Like you may not even notice this shift. What this card is saying is, if you get invited to a birthday party, go. If you get invited to a wedding, go. Anything you can do to get out and celebrate with other people instead of sitting and constantly thinking of your own mess. If you get the opportunity to move on a larger scale, go ahead and do it. Change careers. Make a significant change in your life. Get out more and celebrate other people with birthdays and weddings. Celebrate who you are. Just host a dinner party or have a bonfire in your backyard. I don't know what y'all Canadians do. Watch South Park together. I'm only messing with you. But do something to also celebrate you and who you are. And I promise you are going to feel so much better and so much lighter. And I think that may open you up to understanding that in the coming months, you are shifting from this kind of middle of the dark night of the soul, don't know which way to go, like everything's confusing, everything's overwhelming, to this really amazing energy where you're putting out positive vibes and thoughts, and you're on a permanent good one, and you're just doing amazing things. Abundance and blessing, right, are being offered to you. You can't reach them right now because you are not, and I was just going to say, you're not getting outside enough. You're not, and if you are, you're not focusing enough on what's actually going on. You're not focusing on feeling the wind in your hair and listening to the messages that it carries from the trees. You're not focusing enough on your bare feet in the earth. Try to focus on the positive beauty of nature around you, the universal healing around you, and any messages. Okay, that's the big one. Messages that you may be getting in visions, in dreams, or just telepathic. The other day when I dyed my hair, I liked it. And all of a sudden I heard, come on, you can do better than that. And I knew right away it was Jeff. I knew it was Damien's father. He just jumped in to give me that one thing, he doesn't like my hair. You know what I mean? And when I ask for his help, I just hear giggling, yeah, right. Try to pay attention to those type things. It could be a voice you know or a voice you don't. I do see that you have a guide of an ancestor from 1,000 or more years ago. It's not a guide that's always with you. It's not a permanent guide, and it's not your main guide. But for whatever reason, this ancestor is with you because you have been repeating ancestral mistakes. Maybe not things that you can see, because it might not be your mom, your grandma, or your great-grandma, but it may be, your great to 15th power grandma who was this person's mother, and they're seeing you do the same things and want to help guide you. I just had to I had to tell you that. I don't know what the message is they're trying to give you. We might have talked about this during your personal a little bit. Had a dark month. You are going to be pulled out of it, but please remember to surround yourself with light and get out into Mother Nature, okay? Because you are coming out of that. But if you you're so used to it that you might not even realize when you do come out of it. And it's coming very soon. I'd say by the end of the month. Larry A says, I get a wind blowing in my ears, and in the background I hear a million crickets chirping in the background. When you're outside, Just put her to the side, Ghost.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Well, Larry, like I said, I have your black soul, your holy tar water, and your Lemurian crystals coming tomorrow. Larry, you could, I don't know, first of all, I want to say, when I first met Larry, his aura was surrounded with gray. He was very, Larry, I hope you don't mind me sharing this because you've totally come out of it. And I want people to understand the change in you. And he's been letting me help him. He is one of the people I consider a client. And he had not the best self-esteem. He was very afraid that like people were maybe using him in a way, or like he didn't know who to trust. And now Larry sent me some pictures, and his aura is so much clearer. His smile is so much brighter. And if you could see energy like I can, you would see the energy around him. He literally glows. Why? He's been doing work on himself. He's been looking into otherworldly realms. He has many people that guide him like myself, and he puts the work in every day. And I know for a lot of us, that's really hard to do, but we have to think of it like I think of it as my recovery. When there's a will, there's a way. And I have to find a way to do that every day. And you know what? I didn't do it today. And guess what? I was an absolute animalistic maniac today. I was upset, and I even was brought to the point of tears. I was so overwhelmed by negativity over like nothing. Why? I did not do my spiritual work this morning. Period.
He's next.
Who's next?
Larry.
Jeanette, if you have to go, I can just do you right after Larry.
I got her. She's in the list. So.
Okay, yeah. So.
Yeah, I got you.
You said Jeanette.
Don't worry about Janet.
All right, Larry, let's do, I'm going to use the Ancestor Spirit on you as well. I think that's going to be a good deck. Grey Wolf, you are so welcome, and I love you too. And thank you. Thank all of you for allowing me to read to you. Oh, okay, Jeanette, awesome. All right, Mr. Larry. Yeah, the shift in your energy, Larry, is exceptional. Like I've almost never seen anything like it. And to be honest, I was at that place too. I'm a little jealous. I was there like 3 months ago, and then the past 3 months, I'm just like, man, back to my old ways. Cisco, hi, Larry. You're not gonna believe this, dude. You got the card of Spirit Guides. Oh, Grey Wolf, thank you so much. No. Jeanette said she can stay for the entire time. So.
Oh, no problem. I got it.
He's on his game, but thank you, Batmom. That's awesome. I'm doing good. Thank you. Larry, the ancestors speak. Your spirit guides are calling you. They want to give you clear messages to help you on your true path. You may not be able to go on a traditional vision quest, but you can embark on a spiritual journey. Learn more about who your spirit guides are, which you've been doing, and explore ways of communicating with them. Make attempts to hear, feel, see, and sense your guides. If you are unsure of how to communicate with your guides, meditate and ask for a sign about who your guides are, or ask for help from a spiritual friend or mentor. I guess because this is everything that you've been doing, this is kind of like the universe saying, like, continue doing this, keep on this path. Divinatory meaning, it is the right time to connect with your guides now. You are ready. Do not be afraid because your spirit guides are already guiding and protecting you. Pay attention to any object you feel drawn to, such as a crystal, a rock, or a feather, which you can keep as a spiritual talisman. If you find a special item, keep it safe and use it in your spiritual practice. So keep using like the crystals I'm sending to you, or anything that you find while you're out in nature, anything that has a nice feeling to it, right? That you can feel. Like I have the Tektite, that if I hold it, I can literally feel its vibration through me, right? And I think what this card is, Larry, is just the universe saying, like, you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing and don't stop. And this is a really great card. It's kind of a nice break. There's no real message except good for you. You're doing amazing. You're doing the right thing, which is actually what I was just saying. So there it is. I mean, if you don't believe me, there it is.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Sophia. I called her, but she disappeared. I figured she'd be back, so let's do Sophia. Ruby's not answering. One girl was asking all the questions.
She did say she was really tired, so.
Yeah, so.
All right, Miss Sophia. Larry A says, thank you, Gemma Jade. Your insight has been invaluable toward me, especially at this time in my life. And I'm so overwhelmed to hear that. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Sophia, I'm going to use the Halloween deck for you. Yes, Carol, good night and enjoy your vacation. All right. Enjoy your weekend. And I love you. Thanks for coming in. Tell Larry what happened. Shelly Montgomery says, Gemma, tell Larry. All right. This is Miss Sophia here.
She disappeared and she come back in?
I'm just going to read for her, and she's going to have to come back to this spot where Larry's on.
Sophia's here.
Who?
Sophia. Is that who you're reading for? Yeah, you're supposed to be reading for Sophia.
Yeah, that's what I just pulled for. Trick or treat, mischief and play. And for some reason, I was looking up the word mischief. So that's sticking out to me. Stalking and stomping, eyes shining and begging baskets, faces and bodies that are no longer ours, laughing skeletons and candy caskets. Trick-or-treating is such a fun thing to do, is it not? Yet, why do we trick-or-treat? Ancient peoples understood that there were both mischievous and perhaps nasty spirits wandering around at nightfall at Halloween, as well as happier, more benevolent spirits. They thought that if they dressed up as spirits themselves or other frightening creatures, then they would not be recognized as humans and attacked. The idea of causing a little chaos as one of these spirits was part of the imitation and the enjoyment of the night. The practice in medieval Britain was aptly called souling. Today, trick-or-treating is a huge event. We spend much time, money, and effort dressing up as our scariest creatures, and this has even extended to dressing up as our favorite celebrities and other pop culture idols. Instead of traditional candy apples and barmbrack, we give out a mind-boggling variety of candy. It matters not. The idea of frightening away death and darkness still stands. I believe that the modern trick-or-treating also unites communities by introducing our families and friends to those around us in a non-threatening and joyful way. Many of us do not know our neighbors, even those who live next door, and Halloween gives us an excuse not to be so reserved and extend our boundaries. Should you receive the trick-or-treat card in your divination, it may well be time to examine the role of play and mischief in your own life. You don't have to be a child to let go and have some playtime, and you can extend the fun to others. Sometimes we are afraid to make mistakes, and play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect every time. Alternatively, it is worth knowing that there is a balance between manipulation and mischief. The former is not pleasant, and the other has, at its core, a sense of irreverent fun. Okay. So this is basically saying, get out, have some more fun, stop worrying so much all the time, Sophia. But I am kind of stuck on the mischief part. Hold on, and I'll tell you. Lara, I have a young condor feather that Sweetly Morbid Bear sent me that I use in a lot of my rituals. Sophia, I'm getting a sense of mischief can be, kids playing practical joke on you, like putting a poop bag on your door or on fire, right? Or mischief can actually be amped up, right? There's a difference between playing a joke on somebody and then being purposefully cruel to them. And I feel like either someone is being purposefully cruel to you and really putting out in the universe these terrible, untrue things about you. And it could be bothering you, but they're going to be like, oh, it's just kidding. It was just a joke. Let it go. Or alternatively, you could be dealing with someone who is trying to bring you in for you to do this to someone else. I don't know what the case is, but either way, just keep in mind, one, that words can hurt you. And number two, get out and have some fun. Avoid being manipulated. I get manipulation in your readings all the time. Avoid being manipulated into doing something that is wrong. Don't be afraid to make amends. And also, if somebody attacks you in this way and they say oh, it was just a joke, then it's time for you to discuss boundaries with that person and possibly get rid of them out of your life. look for that this week. Someone coming in and being like, hey, you know what'll be a fun joke? Let's go on Facebook and call so-and-so a woman beater, you know, like it's going to be so funny, like something like that, you know, and then that's where you step in and you're like, you know, that's really not funny. Maybe we should just move on and try not to focus negatively on people in that way. After Sophia is Paranormal Pixie, then Jarvis.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Had to take care of something real fast.
Miss Lara. I'm going to use the Raven's Wand. Yeah, Larry, you definitely do. Yes, Batmom, exactly. Changing your screen name to someone and pretending to be them to start issues. I don't feel, Sophia, like you're like actively sitting there like, I'm going to do this. I feel though, like I feel this all the time with you. And that's not a judgment because I went through like 30 years where this was the case. I feel like you're just allowing some of the wrong people into your personal space. Do you know what I mean? Like, people that you're not even energetically vibing with, but for some reason that, you know, maybe it's people pleasing, not wanting to upset anybody, whatever the reason is, I think this week or next week, you're really going to have to stand your ground. Lara, you got commitments. Foreseeing the inevitable for Britain's wolves, a Caledonian coven took the last of them and hid them safely away in rock and wood. They can only become flesh and blood once more when their protectors come to awaken them. Wolves are hidden throughout the picture, and young Kelly Sweet is entrusted with their hiding places. Her responsibility is as great as the mountain looming over her. SMB, my beautiful elfin goddess, same goes to you, baby girl. I love you, and I miss you so much. She has commitment in equal measure, for a witch knows that a promise is not made lightly, nor is it ever broken. Assess your commitments and accept only that which you can manage. Okay, so I was just talking about people pleasing. Guys, I'm so sorry. I just heard my phone do like this weird thing. All right, Lara, I apologize. Okay, so basically it's like I was just talking to you about people pleasing, or talking in general about people pleasing, and I feel like this week or in the past month or so, it's been like you've been, for some reason, not wanting to say no. Maybe you're always like this, but I feel like people are going to, or they've already started kind of taking advantage of this kindness. Otherwise, the card wouldn't have come up, you know? You're going to be, or you are taking on way more than you can handle because you don't want to say no. You don't want to let anyone down. You don't want to hurt anybody. You don't want anyone to be mad at you. Girl, I can totally relate, but the universe, again, is giving you this message for a reason. It's time to slow it down and focus a little bit more on Lara. Look through your schedule. Cancel some appointments if you have to. You know, you don't have to say yes to everything. And I'll go back to my old adage. If you have $1 million, you don't have to lend someone $2. Just because you have $1 million doesn't mean you're obligated to lend them $2 because they have none. Do things that you want to do, that you genuinely have time to do. All right. Don't pack and fill your schedule up helping people. Like, look what I did. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll send you this. Yeah, sure, I'll send you that. And look at where that got me, right? Because I don't want people not to like me or to say I'm stuck up or narcissistic or be mad at me. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, if you approach whatever this is in kindness and you say, listen, I know I said I'd help you plan so-and-so's party, but I'm really swamped this week. I'm really tired. I'm energetically drained. If the person doesn't understand, then you have to reevaluate their role in your life to begin with. If they can't understand that you're overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Time management and self-care. Exactly.
Okay, Chris Jarvis, if he's here. I don't know if he left. I know Merritt's not here.
What's up, Miss Smoochie?
Hello, Moochie. Smoochy. Schnickums.
Grey Wolf said, I think I've taken something from every card tonight. Grey Wolf, that's actually really good. That's any message, even if it's just a little piece of a message that penetrates you like that. I don't know what's going on. Any message that, even if it's a little bit that penetrates you like that, where you feel like you're getting something out of it, that's because you were meant to be in here tonight getting that message. And that goes for all of us. I'm getting something out of all of it too. Jarvis.
Quit playing with the hamsters and
hey, they're gerbils.
Gerbils, hamsters, they're all the same. They're all fuzzy little creatures.
Blue heron. I'm sorry. She said something that's kind of, it's very true and it's kind of profound. She said, I'm a recovering people pleaser. No is a whole answer. Absolutely. And I've come to the point where I say to people like, no, full stop. Like there's no, like, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Okay, Chris must have left. So go ahead and do Shelly because she was here earlier. Shelly Montgomery.
All right.
And then after Shelly Montgomery will be Aunt Edna.
All right, Miss Shelly, I'm going to use the magic of you. Self-care is not selfish. It's actually, it should be something that we practice in a small way daily to ourselves, I put my diffuser on in the background while I'm doing my morning chores. Why? Because it helps me to be calm and relax. It helps change the energy of the downstairs, which is always extremely hectic. And that in itself is self-care. I'm caring for myself and my own energy. When most people think of the self, they think of it as the physical body. We have to remember in here that the self is not just the physical body. It's the energy that surrounds our personal space too. And we have to care for that. And taking on too much and overwhelming ourselves is just, and if someone loves you, they will be understanding. They may be a little disappointed, maybe get upset a little bit, but they'll come around. Miss Shelly Montgomery. Minimus, commune with the source. Card number 17. Shelley, nature holds all the answers. The wisest witch knows her questions will be answered when she dives into the natural world without reservation. Like the girl of Minimus, who is fused with the forest, it is your time to merge with the source. Drop your quote-unquote stuff, your attachments, and be one with nature. It's time to recommune with the raw, authentic self that was you when you were sparked into this existence, and what you will be when you transition into the next plane of existence. Minimus dips her fingers into the well of universal inspiration. This is the card of meditation. There is also a flip interpretation. Is she retreating or emerging? If this card is drawn during a period of solitude, it is a prompt that it is time now to emerge from the dark, restorative forest into the sunlight to share your radiance. And conversely, if it is drawn during a time of intense activity and visibility, it's time to retreat into the shadows. So if you've been, doing too much, again, Shelly, it's time to pull back your energy, pull back your time, and spend some time communing with your guides in nature, getting to know yourself, all right? Getting to know your guides, getting to know your spirit animals, really trying to connect with source. The messages that you receive on an almost constant basis, I'm telling you, I can help you rein that in, okay? Because that's got to be crazy. That used to happen to me when I was little and I was not able to turn it off. And now I know how to. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice, but you've got to get started. I would be losing my flipping mind if I were you. Okay? Not that I don't get downloads or messages from every single person I come across, but I choose what to take in and what to throw away. It's not my business to go up to someone and say, hey, you have an entity attached to you that's sucking, something out of your back. You know what I mean? I can tell you have sexual trauma because you have an entity attached to your groin area. It's not my place, even though I do see things like that. It's time to really learn how to rein all that in. Now, if you've been out and about and trying to learn and active in your, friend group or family or community, it's time to recover, because you are fed upon by accident by psychic vampires. I do feel like you're getting visitations at night as well from some entity or another who is feeding off of you, not to scare you, but whether you believe that or not. So I would recommend lighting some herbs either before bed or while you sleep. Obviously, like, there's ways to light herbs where you don't leave them burning, as in like in fire while you're sleeping, but maybe it's best if I just tell you to light them before bed. I have a list of some that you could use if you'll email me. It's time to do one or the other. Either put yourself out there more, and meaning out into nature, out into community, or pull yourself back. But the main message from this card, and that I want to give you, is that you need to learn how to get this under control, or you're not going to be able to function like a normal human being. I know it is. I've been there for years and years, and I became an addict.
Okay, you ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a hair stuck to one of my bracelets, and it's like itching me. Okay.
And
now I'm going to use the Lantern Oracle for you. I know it's scary, but you can, Shelly, you can. I keep telling you, honey, you got to reach out for answers. You reach out. Not that I really mind, honey, because I know how to block it out, but you reach out with like 30 text messages, each 6 paragraphs, but all you're telling me is what you're going through. You're not like giving me the opening to be able to tell you how to possibly slow it down at the very least.
can I say something?
Yeah. Please don't.
You're not the only one that sees stuff. I see stuff everywhere I go.
We both.
It took me a long time to work where I just either ignored it or I just went with it. But see, I don't interact with anything. That's a no-no for me. So the idea is, if you don't want it to bother you, you don't interact with it. Don't acknowledge it.
Guys, those of you who came in a little late, I know this is really, really annoying, but somebody reported me, and now I'm on a limited monetization until they examine this stream. So I can't have like even the smallest little curse word. Like, you can't do that because I could get demonetized. I know it's stupid, but it's YouTube. Yeah, I do too. Everywhere I go, I see all the attachments people have. I see their auras. I see their vibration. I see all of it.
There's a lot of us that do.
You have to learn how to.
Everybody's different.
Like you said, how to not interact. I learned how to protect myself. And recently, like I did yesterday at the doctor, I was really proud of myself. I've been learning how to project. To like calm people down or like get things away from me. All right, Anna. That's the thing. You have to learn how. Contact me. Contact Ghost Dragons. Contact somebody in the chat. Yeah, Jeanette, anytime, especially, well, Sunday's RJ's birthday party. Monday, I won't have my phone on, but like normally any day of the week up until like 7 or 8 p.m. because that's when I start writing and I start filming and stuff. Anytime. And text is way easier. I never see Facebook messages come in, and I hardly ever get back to people. I've even lost business that way. So please, and if you don't have my number, just email me. I'll probably get that quicker than a Facebook message. I'm telling you. Dargo, yeah, that's what my son does, but now he's to the point where he's been doing that for so long that he has this constant pressure headache in his head and shoulders.
Sometimes
so blocking everything out at all times is in the long run is not good for everybody. It could work for you though. I mean, everyone's so different. That's the thing. And card number 26, the card of forgiveness. Hurt blocks our light. The only forgiveness that we can receive is that which we experience for ourselves. In essence, to forgive another life or the world is as irrelevant as being forgiven by another life or the world. If we have not forgiven ourselves, we can neither receive forgiveness nor have it to give. Forgiveness is a word that often evokes in us a sense of defensiveness and anger. Why should we be the ones to forgive when we were the ones wronged? When exploring the concept of forgiveness, the key lies in the word wrong and not in the doing or the doer of the wrong. Every happening is neutral in and of itself and as indifferent as nature. It is us who bring such notions of wrong, rights, good, and bad to stimuli. For the wrong not to. Okay, yeah, awesome, Jeanette. Thank you. For the wrong not to continue to be a reality that lives harmfully in our mind, body, and emotions, the physical effects of it need to be thoroughly released. Ideally, we release our distress like the wild animals that instantly rid themselves of whatever disturbances they experience by energetically purging it in a physically cathartic act before moving on. Once we release what is unforgiven from within ourselves, it ceases to have a negative charge and therefore ceases to live on in us as toxic energy that detrimentally impacts and overshadows who we are, our health, and the rest of our life story. This is why the only forgiveness that matters is our own. We deactivate the negativity within and change what are energetically matched to in our external reality. Releasing the unforgiveness frees us into a higher vibrancy and creates a shift in the possibilities. The compulsion to unconsciously repeat unforgiven wounds ceases. This is why to forgive is all about ourselves and not about anyone or anything else. To be clear, this does not mean that we forget or deny another's or our own past actions. Instead, we release the negative charge and remembering from our body, emotions, and psyche. The beginning of everything true and the end of everything false starts the moment we forgive ourselves for having forgotten that we are not our bodies, our behavior, our memories, or the stories that we live out. Nor are we in any way how we have ever been mistreated or disrespected. We are not the wrongs done to us or that we may have done to others. Nor are we made broken, defective, or less than from them. There is nothing to be fixed or added to. You are, however, always required to release anything that is unforgiven within you so that the loving white light that you are can transparently shine in all of its brilliance. And forgiveness is your way home. You are the only light that you need. Feel your way home to spirit self by replacing all that hurts with the shining white light of pure love, pure self-love that you are. When we forget the loving light that we are susceptible to believing in what we are not. Any external hurts that show up are means through which to recognize what still needs releasing. The Guardian's message, the white light of love, releases you from the pain and suffering of believing in what is not you. That was an absolute mouthful. And Edna, I don't see you as a person who has a hard time forgiving. You may be, and you may want to take this message very literally and to heart, where, it's like forgiveness is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to, die. But really, it's like, I'm getting more of a like holding on to things, not so much like at a forgiveness angle, Anna, but like the universe wants you this week to kind of scan yourself, energetically scan yourself. Even if you look in a mirror and do this, you should be able to, because of your elevation, see at least a little bit or somehow intuitively know like where you're having blockages. It's a call for a chakra alignment. Okay. Root and throat and possibly third eye. Okay. Which is really important because all of us, we want all of this to be let out. I want you to look in a full length mirror if possible. If not, any regular old mirror will do. And scan yourself. See where you're lacking. The best thing to do would be to do a complete chakra alignment, a guided meditation. I would do at least 22 to 30 minutes though. You only have to do it once, but get yourself back in alignment because I feel like you may have accidentally picked up some toxicity from some unforgiving person or, someone feeling some type of way about you and like not saying anything about it, but like their energy kind of rubbed off on you. So just get your chakras in alignment this week. And I think, I know you do. That's why I was like, I know it's not a forgiveness issue, and you don't have to trust, you know, anybody if you don't want to, but we are expected to forgive, mainly because, again, it's for us. But I am getting, for some reason, the message of out of whack, okay, with you. So just go ahead and do that.
Okay. Johnny, have you left yet?
Johnny, I think I just saw him.
Yeah, he said he was leaving. I was going to try to fit him in before he left, but he might have already booked. Johnny, you still here? Give him a second. And if not, we'll go to Ann Palmer.
All right. Johnny Yuma, if he didn't leave, he's going to be next, Ann. Thank you, though. You guys are so sweet. I just need a quick candy. I started with these, the big Sour Patch. I'm out of Jollies. But they sell them by my mom. She always picks me up a pack.
You ate all those Jollies?
Yeah. He brought me 6 pounds. Thank you.
It's not Jollies, though. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time getting them, too. But it's also birthday gifts for little man.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yep. And just align yourself. You're good. Where you are spiritually, you're going to be fine.
Okay, Johnny didn't leave. He must have left. So go ahead and do Ann. If he pops back in, I'll put him in.
And I'm going to use the Angels and Ancestors Oracle on you. Blue Heron, good night, Mama.
Good night, Blue. Have a good one, hon. Love you, too.
Sorry, I'm chewing a Sour Patch Kid, so. Good night. I love you, too, girl. Oh. And the great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. You guys are going to know why as soon as you see it, but out of all my decks that I have, and I have about 80 now, my favorite card. I have Sour Patch Kid. Okay. All right.
Dargo, Ann accidentally bopped you out. It's okay. Hopefully she won't boo-boo again.
She does that like once a stream by accident because I think she's a little.
It's all right. She meant no harm.
It was an accident, hon. Sorry. I do it every once in a while too. All right. Yeah, Blue Heron, I think that you're you might, can I just tell her this, please? I think that you're in your quest for this independence and no being a full sentence, you're blocking out a little too much. You may be, and I'm not saying this like in a bad way, but I've been through it. You may actually be blocking out too much. Like, you're not allowing a lot of the good in because you're so busy, like focusing on like putting up your boundaries and sticking to them. You are so set on that, that you're possibly putting up a little bit too much of a barrier, that you're blocking abundance from the universe, and they're trying to send you a message to like open back up. A chakra alignment meditation, a visualization of the borders and walls that you've put around yourself, kind of not crumbling because you don't want that. Maybe like instead of being this tall, you visualize them being this tall, you know, to let a little something in. Or maybe you can visualize, like a doorknob on one of the walls. Like if you're surrounding yourself with walls, picture this like in your head with your eyes closed. You're surrounded by walls that are about as high or a little higher than your height, right? These are your boundaries that you're putting up because you're not accepting like any of the crap anymore. Put a little doorknob on one of them so spirit can get through and give you those blessings. It's a blockage in here. Your third eye, the receiving. All right. You're like pushing a little bit too much out inadvertently. Do not, knock your walls down or anything. Because if you envision your walls knocking down, they're coming down. Like that's how powerful visualization is when you're an empath and when you're a sensitive. So just picture a doorknob on one of them. That way spirit can get in. No big deal. You can do a third eye chakra meditation or an alignment too. 12 minutes in the morning, one time this week is fine. Should clear up the headaches if that's the issue. And for me to be moved to give you that message, it probably is. Jason Momoa? No, it looks like Jesus. I mean, I guess I love you guys so much. I really do. At
least they didn't say Eddie Murphy upside down.
You guys always surprise me. That's all I'm going to say. And know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all times. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within you. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him, and the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world around you. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. Okay. I'm going to talk about this on my channel like real soon, like as soon as I can get a video up about it, about the angels that have been visiting people like us lately, like in groups, chat groups like this, showing themselves to like 25 people in a chat and saying like, I'm the Archangel Michael. And then like eventually you're in a cult and you're like murdering someone. Like it's happening so much, guys, believe it or not. And not so much the YouTube community, but in general, like churches, we need to talk about it. So a card like this is very comforting because it's saying like, yes, you indeed received divine guidance. And all this card is saying is the work that you're doing is being noticed by the divine. Get closer to your higher power, who or whatever it is, all right? They want to guide you. You are not yet quite on your spiritual path. I feel like you're searching, you're in here, you're hearing about it, you're getting information, but the universe wants more for you. Paranormal fantasy. I mean, it could happen, right? I'd watch it. Yeah. So, and get in touch with your higher power and maybe even a higher self meditation. I feel like your higher self has something that she wants to tell you. I'd say it because your energy really doesn't have, if you're a female, you don't vibrate as all female. It really depends on your chart, actually. But your higher self has something they want to tell you. Start getting in touch with her. Definitely get in touch with your higher power, whether it's Jesus or not. You guys should know by now, Jesus is my rock star. I love him, love him, love him. Most important person in my entire world is Jesus. But that doesn't have to be the same for you, right? So just your higher power, whoever that may be for you. And again, it could even be your higher self. If you don't have a higher power, if you don't believe in religion, then go ahead and just meditate, silently meditate, because somebody, and I believe it's your higher self, wants to send a message through directly to you, not through your spirit guides.
Okay, next is Hilton.
No religion. Sorry. I was just saying for me. Hilton, sorry. Ghost Dragons. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to say, like, Ann Palmer, that's amazing, but I do not want to get started on that because I want to keep it peaceful. I feel like I do that all the time. Larry, you're welcome. I had to say. I had to. Ghost Dragons, I don't mean to interrupt you like that. I just feel like we always go to talk at the same time.
I'm having issues anyways, so.
I can see it. If you need to blink off, just write who's next in the chat. All right, Hilton. Let's send some healing light and love to Ghost Dragons, please. Oh, Ann Palmer says, I have been discussing this very thing with a friend. No, you deserve our love and our light.
I know you will. Thank you all.
We do that, our ghost dragons.
Now you're gonna make me blush.
Hilton, are you still here?
Yes, he just let me know he was here.
Okay.
So I knew he was here.
I'm in the StreamYard, so I can't always see it. I keep shuffling my hair in the car. I'm going to put it up in a minute. Ghost Dragons, we're going to take a break in about 10 minutes anyway.
Okay.
Clara, thank you. And everybody, thank you. Look, Lotus Girl comes out of the woodwork. All right. Hilton, you got the card of intuition. Guys, a spiritual theme this week. Finally, it's not a theme of like, you're not doing enough or this person's cheating on you or, you know, it's actually a good theme this week. It's a theme of spirituality. And do you know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because of the lower frequency that we're all now vibrating on, because the people like us who are shifting consciousness we're all being attacked by this low frequency, and we have to raise ours the highest we can get it and send it out. Try to just shoot it. Imagine it. Like, say, Hilton, just give me a minute. I'm sorry. This is really important. Say that you're doing a grounding exercise, right? Even if your bare feet isn't in there. Say you're at, like me yesterday, the doctor's office, and you're just getting overwhelmed and you just feel like crazed energy around you. Close your eyes for a second, okay? And just picture, you know, bright Christ light or bright white light coming out of your heart center and blasting forward and just like an atomic bomb taking over the entire room you're in and hitting everybody in it. It worked for me. Girl, I got my snowflake obsidian ring on. And I've got my selenite and black tourmaline necklace and my rhodochrosite as well. Got to
my elephant keeping me close and my necklace. So
that is the dragon's blood. And what did I give you and your necklace? Labradorite?
Yeah, I think it's what you call dragon something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Hilton. I'm sorry about that. Intuition. Night has fallen, and the spirit of the Greek goddess Selene, symbol of the moon and intuition, pauses in peaceful contemplation. She awaits the guiding voice of inspiration to move through her as she seeks the answer to a predicament. On her right shoulder sits a dove, a constant and familiar presence, and a spirit messenger linking the realm of insight to the mortal world. The river beyond glistens in the light of the moon, and like the unconscious mind, contains hidden secrets and new life beneath its mysterious silvery surface. The guiding light of Mother Moon, by her very nature, echoes the cycles of womanhood and feminist instinct. Intuere is Latin for intuition and means, quote, to look within, end quote, or contemplate. In drawing this card, you are being prompted to do just this. Hilton, seen through the quiet lens of meditation, intuition can lead to your own knowing. Everyone possesses intuition to varying degrees, but it does not thrive well in the domain of excessive thinking and analysis. While the intellect has its vital place, this card reminds you to look within yourself for answers. Knowledge is taught, and by contrast, intuition is caught. Visualize your mind as an empty chalice to catch the messages springing from the fountain of intuition. Since knowledge expounds outwardly while intuition listens inwardly, by listening you are more likely to reach wise decisions in the face of adversity or any situation in need of clarity. All the oracle cards carry symbols which have been designed to trigger insights, and the intuitive faculties for this card are no exception. Look for any clues in the symbols or colors that may have specific relevance to whatever your question was now. Hilton, I am definitely getting that you're not seeing the whole picture. Okay, somebody is showing you a 100-piece puzzle with 98 pieces in it and trying to convince you that the puzzle is completed. You're looking right at it. You can clearly see there are 2 pieces missing, but this person is like, nope, it's fun. I did the whole thing myself. Nothing up my sleeves. You know, somebody is purposefully trying to mislead you, but it's something a lot more important than a puzzle and a couple puzzle pieces, okay? I feel like there's a huge decision that you're going to have to make in the next week or so, And this person, for whatever reason, has something to gain if you make the, I don't want to say the wrong decision, if you make the decision that isn't in your best interest. Okay, there obviously you're going to have at least two choices, right? One is going to keep you on the spiritual journey you're on and in alignment with your path. The other one is going to bring you off a little bit, and it's not going to really end well. And this person, for whatever reason, isn't thinking of what's best for you. They're thinking of how they can benefit off of this choice that you're making. So please watch who you would take advice from this week. And any decisions that may come up, anything where it involves choice on a grand scale, like whether to move across the country or not, or whether to get married or not, or whatever, look inside yourself for those answers, or commune with your guides if you know how to do that. Do not ask someone else their opinion, because I feel like there's someone you're going to ask who's not going to give you an honest opinion. Smoochie, and that's fine. You definitely don't have to believe in the same things that we believe in. And just because we're all sensitives and we were all brought here together, that doesn't mean our experiences are all the same. And what you may know from your guides, honestly, could be completely different than what my guides are telling me. And that's what I try to explain to people. I've had people say, no, but my guide told me this. And it's not a contradiction. It's how our spirit works, how our energy is put out there, and also, you know, what we did while we were over there before we were incarnated. Who's next?
Okay, Dargo.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to use the Divine Circus.
Believe it or not, you're almost done.
Hang out and chat for a little bit, and I can get some writing done.
Sounds like awesome.
I would like to get some writing done. All right. Whoa. All right, Mr. Dargo. Let me turn these around here. Did you try multiple amethyst crystals from like different places, or is it just like one? I got you, Smoochie. Or is it just one specific amethyst piece or cluster that disagreed with you? The Fool is actually a wonderful card. He's on the beginning of his journey of learning. Nebula Warrior, card number 17. This card's been coming up a lot lately in personal readings. Guys, don't forget that I am doing manifestation intention sprays. I have large and small. I'm also doing now spell jars. All right, personal intuitive readings remotely, or you can book the hour with me for either a manifestation session. Someone booked just to talk about shadow people. I can do a personal reading through video chat. I'm trying to bring some income in because, again, I'm working on donation. Super chat, super sticker, super thanks. Still don't know what that is. And PayPal and Cash App, which gets me immediately. All right. Dargo, Nebula Warrior. There are advocates for love on this earth, those that are passionate defenders of the freedom for all beings to grow and fulfill their divine destiny. These warriors for the soul know they can either use darkness to serve the growth of the light or allow it to consume their sense of hope, trust, and faith in the right outworking of the destiny of all living things. You are being initiated in the ways of working with darkness constructively to become a soul warrior for all living beings. Some things in life are worth fighting for, but how do you fight with love? How do you fight without becoming bitter, hateful, tired, disconnected from the whole reason you needed to fight in the first place? To be a warrior for love in the soul, you have to be smart. You have to know how to fight without fighting, how to use the natural darkness on this planet as a way to birth a new consciousness that is unafraid. Nebula Warrior isn't afraid of the dark. She isn't interested in the rules of war established by fear-loving minds. She creates her own rules, not based on what people want her to believe, but based on what works to keep her free and liberate the minds and hearts of all beings. She comes to you now because whatever situation needs healing in your life or in the world, you have the power to bring it about. If you go for the goal directly, trying to force a change, you will be putting your considerable energy into pursuit and unintentionally set up resistance and repulsion. The stronger your energy, the more powerful this resistance will become. This is not the best way to use your power. You want your power to work for you, not against you. Creating responses of assistance and attraction, guiding rather than forcing the solution to come into being, is a more effective use of your power. Then you can disempower negative influences and disarm naysayers while drawing to you helpers and opportunities to attain your goals, all from a relaxed, positive, loving state of mind. You get the result without losing your cool. These apparently small do what you can do each day. If you cannot do something you want to do, ask for help from the universe and then let it go. When you need to rest, take it. These apparently small choices create a powerful field of magnetism to attract and increase love and light on this planet, empowering the human heart with the understanding that the truth is always very simple. The forces in the world that profit from fear instead of love will try to confuse and overwhelm you into paralysis and inaction, and into worrying rather than acting. Don't fall prey to the nonsense. You are a warrior of love, and you will win any and every war through cool compassion and smart, simple strategy. Okay. So you may be finding yourself this week in a rather tough situation. Maybe you're forced to choose between two family members who are in a fight, or, someone's arguing their religious beliefs with you, and you don't want to, be mean. Dargo, what the universe is saying here is do what you can do, how you can do it. Okay. Change one small thing each day. Make one small positive change every single day. And it doesn't have to be positive for everyone around you. It just has to be positive for you. I feel like you're about to be at a crossroads where like a major decision is coming, and you're going to want to take every single other person in your life's feelings and thoughts into account. At the end of the day, though, you are a warrior for your own soul. You are a warrior for your own path and your own destiny, whether you believe you created it or not. All right? Commune with your guides. Only take into consideration what's in your heart, and be very careful this week to try not to lose your cool and to speak with love. Okay, this is the Oracle of the Divine Circus. Be careful to approach everything with love. Like, even if someone's verbally like attacking you, just try to walk away. Like, don't get caught up in someone else's drama or someone else's anger or someone else's low vibration, because I do feel like there are people that can see like that you're changing for the better, and they don't like this. Okay, well, you don't have to always stand there. You can make a decision for and by yourself. I think the problem is, like, whether you realize it or not, you're always considering everyone else. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? What would their thoughts be on this? Is this person going to be mad? Is this person going to be accepting? Am I going to lose this friend? I think subconsciously, or maybe you're fully conscious of it, you are taking too much of other people's energy on when you're making decisions. And you're doing that every day, and it's staying with you.
Okay, ready? Okay, Batmom.
All right, Miss Batmom.
You are still here, right, Batmom?
I think so. She's still here. I'm going to use Heal Yourself.
Yep. Okay.
Who's after her?
After her is Janet.
Jeanette?
Yeah, Jeanette. Sorry, I do that every time.
That's okay. How many do we have left?
Well, Night didn't answer and Sweet didn't answer, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. You're welcome, Dargo.
And
Thank
David,
you.
He was new. David Zizanor.
I didn't see him come in.
Yeah, well, he came in. I've called him a couple times. He hasn't answered, but everybody else is here.
Okay. Yeah, Batmom, I'm reading for you with Heal Yourself. Self-love, card number 24. What can I say, y'all?
Oh, Nightmare is here.
He doesn't usually get readings, though.
You want one, Nightmare? I'll pass. Okay.
Lotus Girl, I'll text you after this stream. Batmom, self-love. Take time out to get to know yourself and what works for you in this particular cycle of your life. Some of the biggest obstacles to self-love are self-criticism and perfectionism, which lead to harsh judgment of the self, closing down, and eventually illness. Have you been trying to compete with others, get approval from people in your family, or simply pushing yourself too hard? If so, you need to soften and start listening to your body. Focus on keeping your heart open and practice acknowledging and recognizing the good in yourself and others. This card beckons you to breathe love in and out every moment of the day. Ask yourself, what changes do I need to make to my daily routine so that love can pulsate through every breath, action, and relationship I engage in? Choose to open your heart through softness, deep breathing, relaxation, movement, finding beauty in nature, in your home, in your pain, in your love, in your sadness, in your prayer, etc. Keep your heart open even though it makes you feel vulnerable and exposed. Okay, so Bat Mom, you may have a completely different definition of self-care, and that's okay. Engage in it if you can this week. What this card is saying, though, is it's a message from the universe about getting to know yourself again. I feel like you may have been distracted or possibly feel like maybe you've been kind of going along to get along in your own life, like other people kind of really influencing your decisions a lot more than they should be, or maybe you just like not wanting to argue, so you're just like, whatever, or some kind of situation that you feel like you've lost control over, and maybe you're going to lose a job, or you're going to lose a relationship, or you're going to lose your home, whatever it is. I do feel like there's something significant going on here, and if it's not actually going on, it's like you feel this significant sense of possible loss. All right. And again, like I told Dargo, it's time for you to look inside of yourself for those answers instead of kind of, whether you're doing it consciously or not, worrying about what everyone else is going to think, say, want, feel, need. Okay. First of all, you're giving way too much to others. You're giving way too much worry to others. You're giving way too much of your time to others. And this normally wouldn't be a bad thing, except you are neglecting yourself. So the universe this week wants you to take a look at ways in which you can not only pamper yourself a little bit per day, every day this week, but how you can kind of initiate these small things you do for yourself. Like I do 20 minutes of yoga every morning. If I can't do anything else, that's all I do. And if I can't do 20, I do at least 12, right? Bringing something into a practice routine of caring for yourself every single day.
I explained to Lotus what you do. You put letters in a jar and she has to spell.
No. I use a combination of dried herbs, dried flowers, possible runic writing, depending on what you would need. Most of the time, the jar is to be buried on your property somewhere, depending what you need it for. At other times, like the jars that I have, they just happen to have spray bottles, and that's good because I can make an uncrossing spray. I can make holy tar water, which these things take a while to make. They're made with herbs. They're made with dried plant life, dried flowers, okay? You'll usually say like a ritual over them and spray in each corner of your room. And sometimes just having the jar there, like on your front porch, like honestly, it depends what you need. But what it will be is an 8-ounce bottle because I have a plethora of them. Normally it'd be a mason jar, but it really doesn't matter as long as it's capped. And normally what you do is you bury it in your yard and say a spell over it. You either remove it at a certain time and, clean it off and put it somewhere either out in the open in your house or hidden. It's stuff like that. It's an actual spell that I will put on and in this jar for what your needs are, and I will tell you what to do with it. Welcome, Andrew and Gnomes. Who's next?
Janet.
Jeanette, are you still here?
Jeanette. Yeah, I think she is. She let me know she was still there.
All right, I'm going to use the fairy temple. I got you, girl. Stop. He's always looking very dapper. That works, Smoochie, putting railroad spikes in the 4 corners. Honestly, it depends on what you need, to erase a certain person's energy as they're on your property. The problem is it'll only work for so long. And when the person is there all the time, you'll have to constantly go back out to the jar. But, I mean, I've got some pretty powerful poop. that I can work with. I've repositioned the crystals you sent me and done another spray with intentions to keep negativity away. Yeah, that spray, you should be spraying that on your pillow, on your bed, anywhere around where you sleep, in your car. All right. You don't want to spray it on non-porous surfaces, or porous, is it porous surfaces? Non-porous surfaces.
I don't know. It depends on type of the oil.
Yeah, it's 100% therapeutic grade, so it's not really supposed to damage really anything.
Just don't get it near your fish tank.
Yeah, no pets, obviously, for your pets. But you should be spraying that, Larry, literally all over the place while you're going through what you're going through. Mike Roberts, oh my God, I've been sleeping too good since I got my spray. It's very weird. No, you have to think, like, that's awesome. That's damn right I'm sleeping well. Provide some comfort. Jeanette, I hope so. And you know what? People always come in and they're like, how come you have such positive readings all the time? Like, they come in like it's such a bad thing, right? They're like, and, my other 5 tarot guides said, A, B, and C. And it's not that I don't get unpleasant messages. It's, I always say, when the universe gives an unpleasant or negative message, they always give a positive to counteract it. They say, this may be happening, but here is something you can do. The universe, and if you're really communing with spirit, I told you guys I pull out this like bright circle of light and I just receive either audio messages. Sometimes spirit, like literal spirit, will come through, but a lot of the time it's just too much for me to deal with that while I'm trying to do this. So I put a block in, but it's all good. The reason that we do this is to bring positivity of hope and change and shifting of the consciousness. All right, Miss Jeanette. Vision, visualize, imagine, and foresee. Carly, hi. Ekta about when a reader says, look me in the eyes, then tell you to stop blocking them. I say a fraud. Hi, Carly. I don't understand what you just said. I think your spell check might have messed some of that up here. Jeanette, vision. Oh, you mean like when someone's reading for you and they're like, okay, now look at me. I can't see anything because you have so many blocks put up. Stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. The old look me in the eyes thing. Let me tell you something. Ask anybody in here I've done a reading for. I do them remotely, where the people don't even have to be there. It's energy. It's not about presence. It's not about connecting eye to eye like that. Like, maybe it is for some. I've just never understood that. All right. Jeanette. The lilac fairy is the seer of the fairy realm with the intuitive ability of clairvoyance or psychic sight. She has shown up to acknowledge that you are also a clairvoyant with the ability to foresee the future. Observe the spiritual signs around you and interpret these messages for direction and uplifting guidance. Lilac is the color of the third eye chakra, the energetic vortex that is situated in the center of your forehead between your eyebrows. This third eye portal is the center of your imagination and predictive vision. It is also the visual chakra for manifestation because if you can see it, you can more easily craft it. The sweet fragrance of lilac opens the third eye to enhance psychic sight. Imagine or experience the intoxicating fragrance of lilacs to expand your inner vision. Scry into this oracle card to attune your third eye to the energies of the lilac fairy and feel your clairvoyance open. So you may want to come back and pause on this card. The lilac fairy disperses clarity and streams purple light to brighten even the darkest of days. Her fragrance and light expand clear seeing and psychic ability. Keep your eye on the prize and focus on your vision for the future. Where your energy goes, magic flows. The lilac fairy leaves breadcrumbs, fairy dust, and purple petals to guide the way. See the blessed clues and prospects to turn your dreams into reality. Purple is also the color of royalty and spirituality. As a true visionary, you are also a born leader. Tune into your inner sight to realize your divinity, natural leadership, and ascension pathway. Affirmation, I am a visionary. So, Jeanette, let's unpack this and do it. What is the obvious message here, right? That you if you do some meditations to open your third eye, you are probably going to be pretty powerful in predicting the future. I also think you're a very clear intuitive, which means, you know, I'm one too. So if you start a relationship, no matter how much you love the person, no matter how amazing they are, no matter how wonderful everything is, you will deep down know whether or not it's going to last and why. Whether you accept it or not, like I never want to accept it, is a different story. At the same time, besides all of the visionary stuff and the being able to see the future, right? I don't really believe in seeing the future, quote unquote, because the future changes drastically and constantly throughout everyone's day, right? What this is saying, basically, what the universe is saying through this card is you have the power to figure out what's going on around you, things that people may be trying to keep from you. A situation that you're in right now that may seem depressing or confusing, you know the way out instinctively. I feel like deep down in your gut, you might have an idea of how to get yourself out of this, but you either think it's, you know, going to take too much work, it's going to be too hard, or it's going to be impossible, or maybe you're not trusting your instinct. And that's another message that I'm getting. It's coming in clear as day. You are not putting enough trust and faith in your own intuition, in your own inner knowing, okay? So whatever the situation is, or the situations are that you feel like you just can't get ahead, you just can't get it right, do a little bit of meditation, you know, 12 minutes a day for a couple of days or every other day, okay? And start not only opening up your third eye chakra for sure, aligning your chakras, all right, cleansing your aura. And I know this sounds like a lot, but I promise you it's really not. And then getting to understand the feeling of the feeling you get when you know something is off or someone's lying, and how to learn to accept it, okay? Because I do feel like you may be able to predict a way out of some of it, but you're not ready to trust it yet, and therefore you're kind of still going along. Oh, thank y'all. Seriously, slapping you in the face in a good way. It's like, you know, Gemma, no kidding. Yeah.
Okay, Cisco, she's still here. She just said she thanked me for letting her know, so I'm just making sure she's still here. And then Smoochie, then Andrew, then Carly.
Well, Carly doesn't know she wants one yet.
Yeah, I know. But if she does, she's going to be the last one. Oh, Jules is here. She was in earlier in your one video. Hi, Jules.
What's up, Jules? Yeah, I had a little issue tonight. It was so bad with StreamYard. You don't even know. All right, Cisco, let's do this. I'm going to use Into the Lonely Woods. Guys, since we might be ending early tonight, all right, what I want you guys to do, I'm taking a page from Mike's book. After I give Cisco her reading, I'm going to have you guys, I'm going to private chat Ghost Dragons a number from 1 to 100. And the first one of you to choose that number is going to get a free copy signed by me of my new book. If you already have a copy, I am going to send you one of my manifestation and intention sprays. So you'll have to get in contact with me through email so I can get your information. Encounters with Evil, 101 True and Terrifying Stories. And I'm going to give you guys that for free for hanging out. All right, Cisco. It's definitely going to be the book, though, if you don't already have it. That's easier for me to do, and I can do that right away. But if you already have it, I'll send y'all spray. Jules, what's up, girl? All right, Cisco. And yet the path grows lighter.
Yes, I know about Melissa. I'm saving her. Sorry about that.
No, I was just laughing at Mike. Yeah, you know, I got the author's copies, and I'm like, you know what? You guys are so good to me and so kind all the time and so generous. I got to do something nice for you all. Blue Crossroads said, spirits are here to raise your consciousness, not lower it. So it would sound that any message of a negative content is going to be given that way given with a way to counteract the negativity. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I tell people that all the time. All right, Cisco. And yet the path grows lighter. It's card number 3 in the Into the Lonely Woods deck. At this time, you have company, wise company, who shares with you that the lightness of life is worth bringing back, that the heaviness you have cast away has led you to find the most elusive of treasures. About you, the world is awakening, and it will be as if you are the first to see its beauty. Drink it in as the hummingbird sips up the nectar. Develop a taste for the sweetness of life and know that you have traveled far in this life and will travel farther still. You have the energy, the stamina, and the skill to do this. You will receive blessings along the untraveled road you now follow. Your path is sweet for now. Enjoy every drop of nectar along the way. So I don't know what you've been doing to work on yourself, Cisco, but obviously whatever it is working because the universe is congratulating you. This card is saying, like, keep doing what it is you are doing, okay? If you're not consciously and purposefully doing anything, then for whatever reason, you are coming into the point of awakening, okay? Maybe not on the highest possible level, but you are at least leveling up, right? You're bossing up. Cisco, I feel like there are going to be people around you that are not going to like this. They're not going to like seeing you happy. They're not going to like seeing you content. I mean, there always are. The universe is reminding you to look at the new beauty you're seeing, to feel the new, beautiful, wonderful, higher vibration feelings that you're feeling, and keep those in mind when someone tries to bring you down, make you feel like you're wrong, make you feel like you're less than, make you feel like you're crazy, like a lot of people try to do to most of us in this community, or at least in this chat, right? We are the weirdos, #tribe. Cisco, keep right on doing what you're doing. Now, if this makes no sense to you because you haven't done anything at all, though these are weekly readings, I will say going forward in the month of July, you are going to come to a crossroads, whether it be in this chat or somewhere else, or whatever you're working on yourself, or spirit is somehow going to get through to you and help you to start making these changes. And I feel like they're going to be so quick. Okay. They're going to be so quick and you're not going to know what hit you. You are stepping into a very beautiful phase of your life. So anything you feel down about now, anything that, you know, you're unsure of, don't worry, because all of that is clearing up really, really soon. You are coming into a really, I call it a good one, right? A permanent good one. You're coming not into a permanent good one, but into a really good one. And it should last a while as long as you don't let anyone come in and affect it. And one more thing, if this has nothing to do with spirituality, which I think it has everything to do with it. But again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about and like you don't meditate and you don't, you know, even know what any of this is, I feel like you're about to reach a certain goal or a certain point in your life where you're ready to make a big change, where you're ready to, you know, do what's best for you, maybe set some boundaries and stick to them. There you go. Somebody is going to come in and try to completely ruin that. And it's the universe testing you to make sure you don't stray from your path. So you don't know what you've been doing. You're still coming into an amazing time in your life. I don't know if it's coming in through opportunity. I think it might be coming in through like, you know, some abundance or blessing that's randomly going to be offered to you that you're going to accept, and then your life is going to change for the better. Not in a gigantic, like you're going to be a millionaire type way, but maybe a win the lottery for $500 type way. Not that it's going to be financial, but it could be. Who's next?
Okay, Smoochie, if she stayed. Then Andrew.
All right, Smoochie, I am going to use the Moonology manifestation.
Not going anywhere, just going to stand up.
I only didn't take a break because you said we were ending soon. All right, Miss Smoochie, I'm using Moonology manifestation. Andrew is going to be the fallen angel. And then if we can end, let's do it, because I always have work I can do. And I know I can see you're struggling a little bit. And I've got a long weekend ahead of me. There it is.
I had a long beginning, so.
All right, Miss Smoochie. I'm sorry, what?
No, I said I was ready for the weekend.
I am too. You got the first quarter moon in Scorpio. I am so ready. I could, you know, I love my little guy. I love my family. I love my home. I love all the blessings that are here. With that being said, I cannot wait. We can't forget Melissa. Yeah. I cannot wait for tomorrow to be able to spend 2 nights by myself with my mother and not have to like be called by my slave name all the time. I hope no one gets offended by that. Oh my God. You guys know what I mean. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. No, gimme. Smoochie, release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio. When it comes to pushing through your fears and any other negative feelings, you're going to have to dig a little bit deeper. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, because fear blocks us. Make time to clear any toxic feelings that surround you. Don't let pride stop you from showing how dearly you want something. It's okay to be vulnerable if you know the people you're dealing with are trustworthy. Think about others as much as yourself. There's light and shade in your situation, and you need to embrace it. Don't get stuck on one idea and refuse to budge. Think what a mental detox would involve for you. For example, avoiding people you argue with and violence on TV, etc. Make time for it soon. So, okay, needing to dig a little bit deeper spiritually, and both child and husband. Start to maybe, the message that I'm getting is that to like examine your options. And I don't know, like examine your options on what you can do, whether it be yoga, whether it be meditation, whether it be communing with nature, whatever your favorite thing to do is to reconnect spiritually. The guy is doing yoga on here too. I didn't even see that. To connect spiritually, and I would do it under the light of the moon. Okay, so if you want to do a nature walk under the light of the moon, meditation, yoga, any of it, do under the light of the moon, because I do feel like you have some blockages, but I feel like you picked them up somewhere, like they attached to you from someone else. I would also look into rituals to block people from bringing attachments into your space. Again, we're dealing with the same theme throughout the entire night. It's protecting ourselves from all of this negative and lower vibrational, lower frequency energy and the entities that come along with it for probably the next 2 weeks at least. That really depends on where you are on your spiritual journey. For some people, it could be the next 3 days. For some people, it'll be the next month. I don't foresee it lasting any longer than that, though. Yes, whatever it is that you enjoy doing to reconnect yourself to a higher vibration. So it could be exercising, it could be taking a hot bath, it could be that simple. It could be, I love to write. Doing yoga, writing, and communing with nature are my 3 favorite things that really get me back on track spiritually. And I haven't done any of them in the past couple of days. That's why I'm like a mess. Figure that out, dig a little bit deeper, look inside. And I also feel you getting upset about something that's possibly said to you in this coming week. And I feel like the other person did not mean it the way that you're going to take it. So please be sure to examine like where the statement's coming from, who it's coming from, and look at why you kind of, I'm not saying fly off the handle, because you may not get angry, it may just hurt you, like you may keep that to yourself. Figure out why, because I definitely feel like you could have some miscommunication coming in this week. Andrew, fallen angel. Guys, all right, pick a number from 1, actually let's do 1 to 50, because there aren't that many people in here. And I'm going to choose Ghost Dragons. I'm putting it in here because I can't look at what they're putting in. I'm putting it in private chat.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, guys. It's going to be a free signed copy of my brand new book, a bestseller, Encounters with Evil, 101 True and Terrifying Stories. While we're doing that, I'm going to read for Andrew. And you don't have to only guess once. You can keep guessing. If someone, like 2 people say it at the same time, it's going to be the first person who put it up there, okay? Diesel Girl, what's up, girl? Vixen Doe, you remembered my favorite number. That's why I didn't use 23, because I knew that you would said that. All right, Andrew, you got CAP. CAAP, or it could be GAAP. And no giving them any clues.
I'm not. I'm not going to say anything until the number's picked.
All right. Element air, planet Mercury. Message, unless opposed by Byleth, 20. This card bodes well. So you have no other cards. Act while your enemies are distracted. Gap is a powerful angel, almost the equal of Byleth and a rival to him. According to legend, Gap was once forced by the magical spells of either Solomon or Noah's son Shem to serve Byleth in the composing of a book on mathematics and has resented it ever since. So when paired together, Gap and Byleth represent strife and discord. Alone, Gap can either stir love or loyalty. He can steal the strength of enemies and afflict them with lethargy, change, and development. Andrew, this is another card of you kind of ascending and like being on a good one, and trying to think. Well, these are fallen angels, which are kind of devil. It's like you're still doing so well. You're still thriving in life. And another theme of the night, you're dealing with people who may not be happy for you. They may be looking at you like, why are you doing better than them? Or I can't believe no one got it yet. Why are you doing better than them? Or, you know, that. And I think you're going to have to kind of block that out this week, because it might start getting to you. You know, you may start really like second guessing your good fortune, and you deserve it. You've earned it. You've worked for it. Okay. Also, this is saying that by ignoring it and by continuing to do well, you are going to totally drain your enemies energetically and just physically too, because they're not affecting you, and it's just like bouncing off you. Keep that up. The universe is smiling upon you. You guys are.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
That's the only number that nobody said yet.
Yep.
Who's after Andrew? I think Jules came in, and then we have Melissa, right?
And then Carly, but she had to talk on the phone. If she comes back, we'll get her in if she wants one. And then Diesel, if she wants one.
Who?
Diesel Girl just came in too.
Yeah, Jules, Diesel Girl, and if Carly wants one, and then we're going to end. Jules, I'm going to use the Myths and Mermaid. So guys, guessing numbers between a number between 1 and 50, and whoever gets it will get a free signed copy of my new book, as long as you email me with your information. This is so crazy. All right, Jules.
They know your favorite number. They keep repeating.
I know, yeah. That I almost used that number, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, it's too easy. Too easy.
Oh, Mike, you are so welcome. Have a great night too.
You be safe, Mike. Take care of that vehicle. Not yet. Awful close a couple times, but no cigar.
Yeah, the close a couple times because they called every number probably except this one. All right, Jules. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it'd be fun. I hope that. I hope I'm not.
Let him try it. That's good. That makes it like, what the heck?
It keeps it interesting.
Yes, it is keeping it interesting. Because it's amazing how many times those numbers been repeated.
Ralph and Cassie, oh hi!
Oh yeah, he's on the list. So if you could sneak him in too, I got him on hold.
All right.
Still nothing. Mike, Cass, Mike. I'm at Ralph. We're guessing number 1 through 5. 50.
He's got one already though.
Oh, did he?
He got one already.
Oh,
he actually won last week's.
Oh, that's right. There you go. Melissa won.
Did
Melissa
she?
Nicole won. Yep.
Ah, Melissa Nicole. All right, girl. Email
Melissa's
me
the winner.
at GemmaJadeParanormal@gmail.com. Give me your info, and I'll send it out to you right away. Guys, thank you so much for playing Vixen Doe runner-up. Jeanette Sanchez says 80. All right, guys, let me get to Jules here. You got mermaid with a baby alligator. That's so specific, right? You guys are so sweet. I'll probably do it again next week. I like giving stuff away to you guys because you're so generous and sweet to me. You know what I mean? I always said once I start actually making more money, it's 14, Paranormal Pixie. The number is 14.
Yeah, 14.
Not 16, guys. Sorry.
14.
Once I start making more money, I want to give sprays away. I want to give crystals away. I want to do things like that for you guys. So
J-Man.
What's up, Jerome? Just got home from IOP, huh? I just gave away one of my books. All right, Jules, mermaid with a baby alligator. Jerome, how are you doing? You have to like email me or text me or something. My buoyant baby, slight and new, rugged leather lined with dew, firm and fit, poised to attack, falling forward and snapping back. A bathing beauty keeps a close watch over her baby, a thick-skinned, striped alligator hatchling. The young reptile's sharp teeth and rough exterior are in sharp contrast to his mistress's delicate loveliness. I know, it's just such a specific card. Life can be tough, and lately things have been taking their emotional toll, yet in spite of everything, you're doing all right. You're not just a victim of your circumstances, you are a survivor. Like the alligator, you have the courage, strength, and hardiness to deal with any challenge and to handle life's setbacks with renewed determination. You have been blessed with all the tools necessary to maintain a sense of well-being, be it patience, faith, or even a sense of humor in the face of adversity. You have what it takes to remain resilient. Even though the tough times will not be going away anytime soon, focus on your resilience and you will come out stronger. All right, so Jules, what this is basically saying is, yeah, you're going through a really hard time, like most of us are, right? Like everyone does from time to time. And I know it's annoying when people are like, oh, you're strong, you can handle it. But that's basically what the universe is saying to you. The universe is saying, just keep showing us that you can get through this. And in the end, the abundance and blessing and joy that's going to come in for you because you've proven yourself that you have faith and you trust in. You don't give up. You don't turn negative. You don't move to a lower vibration. You just keep pushing on. You keep trusting in the universe that abundance is going to come. And especially this week, I think that it might be a really hard week for you. And I don't like saying that because it puts it in people's heads and then but it doesn't have to be. Just keep in mind that abundance is coming probably sometime in August because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 weeks from now, 5 weeks forward. So that would be like the first week of August and going forward through September. You're going to get abundance and blessing and finally have some of that weight taken off your shoulder and removed from your back. Jerome, did you hear that I am now officially a best-selling author? I'm just saying. Who's next?
Diesel.
Oh, Diesel girl.
Are you still here, Diesel?
She's here. She's here. Let's use the Fairy Oracle.
Yes, she does.
Bacon between the pages. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited about it. I'm writing book number 3. All right, Miss Diesel girl. Yeah, Jerome, please do. You said that last time, and I haven't really had a chance to reach out. And I was there yesterday because Monday I'm going to be down the shore, RJ's birthday, Ray's birthday. But I wanted to kind of talk to you about that and see if I can give you a reading or see if there's, if you just need an ear, you can message me. That's no big deal. Larry, have a safe trip, a safe drive, and keep in touch with me, okay? Let me know how you're doing. Dr. J Man 23, I'm just going to say, because I say it every time he comes in here, I appreciate you too. He is one of the men or one of the people who literally helped to save my life. He was a counselor of mine in the IOP that I did coming out of my addiction, and really helped me stand strong in myself and get through that. It was 8 months. It was a long time. It was a lot of pain, but we need more people like Dr. J Man and the other counselor there who really listen and who really actually genuinely care. And a lot of people, they get their knowledge from books, and at the end of the day, you can do that, but you also have to have a real sense of compassion and being able to put up with pain in the butts, right? You have to know where the person's coming from. And I will always be thankful to Dr. J Man there. And I don't like when you're going through tough times because you deserve to. I know you do. And that's why you going through something tough hurts, because you should be up here because of all that you give. And then that could be what it is. Jerome, you could be giving so much of yourself and not, refilling your cup. You know better than anyone else. If you have nothing left to give, what are you going to give? What are you going to take for you? We're going to talk. I'm going to give you a lecture. All right. Diesel girl, Card number 22, Righteous. 2 fairies hover against springtime flowers. They preen, their chests puffed out. Who are they presenting to? They seem to be self-indulging in the moment, not allowing any external presence to disturb their ritual. Being righteous is to understand the rules of society and to know your place within them. If you have drawn this card, you are being asked to put your best appearance forward. Be at your best and truly know your own greatness. So this is an acting as if card. And I know a lot of people say act as if, acting as if is inauthentic. Faking it till you make it, that's inauthentic. I don't believe that at all. I have acted as if and faked it till I made it through so much, and I've gotten through it. I didn't know how to be an author. I knew how to write, but I didn't know how to put a book together. But I sat down one day and started writing, and I was like, no, this looks like a chapter, and I got helped through it. I kind of puffed out my chest and said, if so many other people can do this, I can do this too. I can do it. Who cares? And I blocked out all that negativity. And I believe that this is what the universe is telling you to do. Start acting as if you already have everything that you're waiting for. Start acting as if you are impervious to the demands of others and to the others that you think may be looking down on you, because at the end of the day, they're not affected. They shouldn't be affecting you. You should be letting it bounce right off you. Easier said than done, I know, but that's another way you can fake it till you make it. For this week, I want you to act as if you have everything you've always dreamed of having, or at the very least, everything that you're working toward right now. So I'm writing my 3rd book and I'm hoping to be living off more than donations within the next 3 months, so I'm going to act as if and just go and have a good time this weekend and not worry about my bank account, not worry about, any troubles I may be having at home, I'm just going to go and have a good time. I'm going to put my best face forward. I'm going to be totally Gemma, right? And be rubber and let everyone else be glue. And that's what you really need to do this week, Diesel World, okay? You're taking in so much of everyone else's energy, their emotions, who wants that? Learning to put up those blocks. Like I said, I shut down the room at clinic yesterday. This dude was he made everyone in the room just start going like this. He was so much anxious, slapping the table about, and I just poofed him, and everyone just went. And he literally went from hands in midair talking about how he got shot to sitting. You know what I mean? You got to learn how. That takes a lot of practice, but just being able to do that to yourself, to pull your own energy in and rein it in to where you're calm, despite what's going on around you. Which apparently I have more problem doing that than I do on projecting everyone else to be calm. Which either way, I will take it.
Who's next? Dr. J-Man.
Dr. J-Man. Let's see. What do we got for you? I'm going to...
Melissa. Unless Dry Toast speaks up and says they want one.
All right. I'm going to use the one I don't know how to say for Jerome. Wait. You're welcome. Exactly. Blue Crossroads, when I'm going through something tough that I'm working out, because I know eventually it's going to make me stronger. And it's that knowledge sometimes that we really need. And some people really hate that. Like I said, I used to hate that when people are like, it doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger. And I'm like,
I have a habit of saying that.
No
pain, no gain.
But now I'm okay with it because I know that it's true. I can look back on almost every single bad thing that's ever happened to me and see how it's led me to something good in the long run. It's a waiting game, and I couldn't believe I was able to do it, but I shut him down. My friend Deirdre was there. She saw it. She was like, what did you do? I was like, I didn't do it. She's like, yes, you did. She's like, you zapped him with something.
I would have given him the dragon look.
You couldn't look at him because he was so all over the place. I would have
grabbed him by the head and just went.
Bless his soul, he's just a hyper, it stinks that his energy is like that, but he was messing that whole room up. I couldn't take it. And it's a real small room too, real small. All right, Jerome. Peter Pan. I can see it. I can see that. Card number 16, and this is actually one of the only non-dark cards in this deck. I pulled a dark one to see if I can get to the bottom of what's going on with your energy. All right. My story. I live in Neverland with my little fairy Tinkerbell and the Lost Boys. My fiercest enemy is Captain Hook. From time to time, I fly to London to pick up my dear friend Wendy and her brothers. Some fairy dust, a few happy thoughts, and they all can fly with me and get to live extraordinary adventures in Neverland. We have so much fun in here, far away from the adult world. That's why I will never grow up, this I swear. My message, your inner child is calling you and wants you to have some fun. Forget about the gray and boring world of grown-ups, only just for a while. There's a whole Neverland to be rediscovered within you. Let go of your responsibilities. Reconnect to your youthful joy. Remember that happy thoughts can truly make you fly. What are your happy thoughts, and what is your inner child begging you to do right now? Okay, so getting back to having fun, right? Not always having to, obviously we have to work when we have a job. We can't just call off and be like, yeah, I'm going to bungee jumping today. Sorry. You know, and you have people that literally really depend on you, like their lives, you know, some people. So I feel like this card is saying, number one, I do feel like the way that you help people in your job, they're like Wendy and her brothers. You know what I mean? They go along with him. They put their faith and trust in him that his, you know, fairy dust is going to work, and they go off on the adventure of life, right? They have fun. They go through, you know, they say that Peter Pan is actually like, he leads these little kids into heaven. You know, there's this whole sick, twisted plot, but that's not really that sick. You know, he's bringing him through to a happier place. And I feel like that's what you do. So I get that aspect of it. I also get what I was just saying to you. Like, I know it's not possible. Like, you can't just not pay your bills because you want to go to an amusement park. Like, I get it. But there's got to be things that you like to do. Okay, getting back to Jerome and taking that time for yourself. I always say, like, if you're a cup of water and you're filled up and people are coming, taking sips and, you know, drinking and gulping you down, if you're not refilling that cup, you can't pour or drink from an empty cup. So what are you doing? I also feel like you're very empathic. I've said it before, whether you know it or not, you're an empath. Therefore, if you're not protecting yourself, you are picking up everyone else's stuff. Like, you're literally picking it up on your energy and taking it around with you all day long. That is draining to even think of. You visualize white or very bright light coming from your heart center. I know you meditate. And while you're meditating, visualize this either before or after, and project it out so it covers your entire body, and project it as far as you can. You can even project it over your family and over your home. You can project it over the people in group. They won't even know, you know. And this light is going to be your bubble of protection that's going to make that negative energy start bouncing off you. And it'll also clear a lot of what's already there. I don't know exactly what's going on with you, and hopefully we can talk, but I feel like a lot of maybe the way you're handling it, or feel like the only way you can handle it, is because you forgot how to have fun in life. You forgot to refill your cup. You forgot to put Jerome first sometimes. And again, you're going to get a lecture. Who's next?
Ralph.
Ralph, and then we're done.
Then Melissa.
Then Melissa, then we're done. I don't mean to rush you guys. I'm so tired today. Okay. Ralph, I am going to use the Energy and Spirit Oracle on you. I did it again. I keep hitting the comments so that now they disappeared. I got to fix that. So RJ is going to be 4 next Wednesday, guys. I can't even believe it. I feel like Grandpa Simpson. Oh, I'm old. I appreciate you too, Jerome, and you can hit me up anytime. But remember to refill your cup. Remember to have some fun, you know? Really. Do you. Play Fortnite or whatever that game was. Yeah, and then, yeah, I'm getting there. But I don't want to put the stream only until 10:15 because there are some people that wander in late that like really need the message. But I'm ending at 10:30 tonight for sure. Heather Nikki, what's up? Just in time. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate all the donations, guys. It really helps. Oh, I'm going to have to check it out. All right. Ralph. Divine Presence, the force of love and creation. And it's card number 44. And you got it in the upright, which is a good sign. The infinite mind of divine consciousness reaches out to dwell in every soul, every object, every wave and particle in the world. Divine consciousness, I'm always talking about this. You are an intrinsic and important part of the wondrous mechanism we call the universe. This card says it's time to tap into the abundance and joy that flow in every direction from this divine, radiant light. The love of divine intention connects everyone in the process of healing and enlightenment. We have come here together for important reasons, and reconnecting with divine consciousness is one we all share. Recognize and honor the beautiful energy of the divine within you. No greater strength exists than the co-creative power of aligning your own intentions with the infinite source. Connect with this loving force, which is always within you, willing to answer your questions, heal your hurts, and fulfill your dreams. When you open up to the radiant, ever-glowing light of the divine, its endless blessings will illuminate your life. So this is another card. Mike, thank you so much. Aw, thank you. I get his customer's tip. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It makes a huge difference when I get paid at the end of the month, believe me. Ralph and Cassie Francis, I think this is another card of like, hey, you're on the right path. You're doing a great job. I do feel like perhaps you should get into some sort of meditation. Now, meditation where you sit like Indian style or however, and just like in quiet doesn't work for everybody. That's not usually how I meditate. Sometimes I will if I have like my Lemurian crystals, my crystals on my heart, but it's not often that I do that unless I'm meditating during my Savasana. So I walk through the woods by my house, or I go and sit underneath a certain tree outside of my house and put my hand on it, and I just close my eyes and listen. And I find that being out in nature makes it a lot easier. Thank you, Ghost Dragons. Makes it a lot easier for me to clear my mind, right? But that may not be the case for you. But whatever you need to do to clear your mind, I feel like you should. And maybe try to get some messages that your spirit guides are trying to bring in this week. They're good messages. They're going to guide you in the right direction. It's not like that you need to look out for anything. It's not a bad thing. You're getting a pat on the back from the divine right now. So I would take it and I would run with it this week. But definitely try to get some meditation in, okay? Because I'm just getting that. Like I'm seeing you maybe a little frazzled. Maybe, like I said to Jerome, picking up too many people's energies, you know, and not being able to keep yourself blocked enough. I feel like maybe don't go out too much in like very crowded places this week as well. Because of that reason, for some reason, your guard is down a little bit more than normal. And I feel like you need to kind of rein yourself in a little bit. And yeah, Mike, you really are. All of you that come in here are really amazing people. Like just connecting with your energy here in the chat. I love Wednesday nights. You know, this week it's Thursday. It'll be Wednesday again next week. But, oh, it might not be because it's RJ's birthday. I got to figure that out. It might end up being Tuesday next week or Friday, one or the other. But I will, you know, I need to do this stream. This stream refreshes me. You guys are all so amazing. There's so much love. Hardly, knock on wood, have any trolls. Yes, I do believe in knocking on wood. Okay. All right. Next.
Could be Melissa.
Melissa and then Heather.
Yes.
Melissa, I specifically.
I don't want Melissa to think that we forgot about her after she.
Never.
Speaking.
All right, Melissa, I am using Deadline Awaits again. Thank you very much, Ralph. All right, Melissa, let's see. Oh, Jules, that's so incredibly sweet. Look at that. And this is exactly what I mean. I really do feel like this. People feel this way because I know I do. Gemma, I just realized what I've been missing the past couple of weeks. I haven't had my weekly dose of Gemma, Ghost Dragons, and Gemstones. My spirit is lifted and my heart is filling up with light again. That's what we do for each other. I was frazzled all day, brought to the point of tears by being overwhelmed.
You wasn't going to do this, and I said you needed to.
Yeah, like you can ask Ghost Dragons. I was so overwhelmed, but the second we went live, I just kind of pulled from you guys. I not enough to like really take, but like I pulled from the energy of the room. It's just I want all of you guys to learn how to do that. Guys, thank you so much. I will let RJ know that you are all wishing him a happy birthday. He does love you guys. He can't wait. He wants to be like Damien.
A bag of rocks.
He wants to be like Damien, and he wants to be on the stream. But obviously, of course, he's not old enough to like be here. But he is always trying to jump in. Actually, what I do is I'll pull the stream up. We're in the back for like a half hour watching you guys talk and everything. And Ghost Dragons will stay on screen and RJ will sit here and they'll play while I get ready. Okay. I swear RJ just had a birthday. Yeah, I know. And Grey Wolf's birthday is the 12th. RJ's is the 13th. Ray's is the 14th. And my mother's is the 18th. Mary Poppins. Melissa.
Again.
Did she get Mary Poppins last week? Universe trying to tell you something. My story. I am a nanny, but a very unusual one, you might say. I come down from the sky when children need me. I bring magic within my bag. When I appear, get ready to dance on rooftops, to be transported into drawings, or to learn unpronounceable nonsensical words. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and yes, I know how to spell it. That's not actually in here. I just like saying it. But I also like discipline. I want things to be done efficiently and promptly. And when the wind changes, I must leave. But in the meantime, I fixed everything that needed fixing in the family I stayed with. Magic has to be mixed with discipline. Be creative, bring enchantment to this world, spread sparkles all around. But do not forget to incorporate a little etiquette and deportment. Order and method can do no harm to imagination. It's even the opposite. Magical creations can be magnified by some constraint, so stand up straight, tidy your room, and fly high in the sky. I don't know what the message was last week, but this week it is focusing on, again, and another theme, balance, okay? Balance between what you need to do and what you want to do, okay? What feels right to you, and I think that's the thing, what feels right. What is going on in your life that you feel just is not right? It's not working. It's no good. I'm sorry to beat a dead horse, but this has been like 6 months of the same darn message. I get it, though. I get it. But what, going with your gut and your intuition, like what doesn't feel right? And I know that something like leaving a job, you can't just leave. You can't just quit and walk out because you have rent to pay and you have this to take care of. I get it. But there has to come a time where you start planning to make that exit, where you start planning your new incredible life. There is something or someone in your life that is energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychically draining you. And I feel like you might be going overboard and acting out of character in other areas of your life to try to refill what this person or situation is taking from you. No idea what that means. I'm just channeling the message. Bring it back down. Start thinking practically. How can you find that balance and order in your life while also not being sucked dry by a vampiric person with whom you're possibly stuck with, or, you know, a vampiric situation like a job? The universe is kind of saying, stop procrastinating. Like the balance that you are trying to find is not, like, it's not in balance. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. It's time to start taking the steps. All right, Heather, Nikki. Let's use House of Night. I haven't used this one yet, and it just jumped at me. Grey Wolf, good night. Melissa, don't forget to email me because I could probably mail that out tomorrow or Saturday and get it to you right away. You guys are so welcome. I love you all. All right, Heather. Love. Yes, go ahead. You can text it to me. I don't know why I said email. I wasn't sure, I think, if you had my number. All right, Heather, Nikki, you got card number 10, and it's the card of love. My child, my wondrous one, it is time to celebrate because love is calling to you to open your heart and receive my blessings. Choosing this symbol is a powerful sign that love in all forms is in your life now. There is a responsibility to this also. You must give love freely without conditions and love others because your heart is open. There is something else here to consider. Love can be a confusing force too and can sometimes ask a sacrifice of you. If your heart is aching and feels like it's broken, know that love has a greater love for you later. No matter where you are in your life right now, love has come to guide you into an important experience. Trust in love. So whether you're looking for actual like romantic love, if that's the case, okay, and looking for actual romantic love, the universe is saying the next person to come into your life that you fall in love with or think that you could fall for, don't make them pay for everyone else's groceries. You know what that means? Like if you're in the grocery line and like you're like walking out and they're like you go up to pay for your groceries and they're like, oh, you have to pay for their groceries too, like the person behind you, and they're like, and their groceries, and you're like, but these are my groceries, like I don't have anything to do with their groceries. You know, that's like making a person pay for the person that came before them and they came before them. Don't do that. And also don't do that even if it's not intimate love or romantic love. Don't do that to people in general. I feel like you could possibly have trust issues like we all do, right? That's not an indictment and it's not surprising. We all do. But it's time for you to start either working through it or putting them aside because you need to bring more love into your life. I feel like there's a part of you that is not like darkness, but it's like so closed off to the idea of trust that bringing love into your life is harder than it is for a lot of people. Maybe not a lot of people in this community, but a lot of people aren't going to understand it. So converse with your guides, pray or meditate with your higher power, into your higher power, and really try to figure out how you can open your heart to what's coming in. Because I don't know if you're looking for romantic love, but I am seeing a soul connection. Now, it could be a person you're with, but it also could be like a friendship that comes in that you're soul bound to. There is somebody coming into your life, and I am getting a masculine energy. So I don't know if that would be a partner or not. It could be a woman with a lot of masculine energy, but I'm getting specifically male that's coming into your life, not necessarily this week, but in July, who is going to make a significant difference in your life if you will open up and let them and let go of everything everyone's ever done to you in the past and be willing to start fresh. Just will jump in with both feet, start the journey with this person. Even if it's a friendship, it could be an employment opportunity, like a coworker. There is someone soul contracted with you to move you forward on your divine journey. Guys, you know, Ghost Dragon's not feeling well, and you can go and he wants to and I also do, because I have a little bit more work I can do for the next half hour and I got to clean up. So I love you guys so much. Gray Wolf, you are so welcome. All of you are so welcome. Email me moonbearoracle@gmail.com if you want to order a spell jar, if you want a personal reading, if you want, guys, a spray, a manifestation intention spray. I'm doing sessions. I'm doing these little courses. I'm helping you manifest. I'm helping you deal with energies and entities. I'm doing energy and entity removal. I will have a website up within the next few weeks. It's a lot easier if you can just look and see like what's going on there. But at the end of the day, I do want to sell some products. So hit me up, moonbearoracle@gmail.com, specifically for personal readings, manifestation, and intention sprays, all right, for that information. And if you have any encounters with the supernatural, paranormal, extraterrestrial, otherworldly, email those to GemmaJadeParanormal@gmail.com. Guys, love and light. I love you all. I am taking another weekend off work. I have to because I have so many birthdays coming up. Yeah. And if Heather, if you want to check out like purchasing something from me, email me because I am getting rid of Etsy.
A little late, guys.
Yeah. Bye. So I'm gonna end on that note, just because that way the trolls can't get us. But yeah, if you're interested in purchasing something, hit me up through email rather than going to Etsy, because Etsy is taking such a giant percentage that somebody bought a mug and I got paid 27 cents. So I'm shutting that store down and I'm going directly to Printify, but that's going to take a while. Hit me up, guys. I love you all. Ghost Dragons, I'll talk to you before bed. Night night. Dry toast. Bye.